Right, and we are back with another episode of Survivors of Tarnstead. We're going to start in our usual manner of introductions. We have Blackheart as...
Carrick Marsk.
We have Kronos as...
RG Thal.
We have Haddan as...
Tilde.
We have Marcus as...
Corvus Adalas.
We have Semi as...
Gifton Brockgren.
And we have Tobias as...
Caspia Pia Steel.
Right, very nice. Who would like to give me a recap?
I don't have a thing, so I don't mind doing it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Yep, go for it, Gifton.
Right, so
Although I would
going
like to say, both RG and Gifton are really throwing me off by the fact that they have different last names listed in the list than the ones they're saying, and it is making my brain go, what?
Oh, that's because I've been playing with the idea of, doesn't Lady Greysteel and Lord Greysteel
Oh, that does sound pretty great.
It has a pretty great ring to it. So I was actually debating having that talk with Care about maybe this should be, maybe that should be a thing, because Lord and Lady Greysteel sounds pretty cool. I mean, it's cool versus, whatever, heritage, whatever.
Yes,
the kids can all be Brockgren.
Go ahead and take your timey talkie.
Would you
Just give her the
please
inspiration.
continue doing the recap?
Yes.
Okay, so last time on Survivors of Tarnstead, we picked up with being still in Wintercroft, which was important. Carrick was basically in the middle of the night. He basically talked to his mom about money things and stuff like that. Corvus got incredibly drunk, got hogtied upstairs in one of the rooms by Cassie, who he was making advances on, which was very surprising. Tilde ended up silencing Corvus a couple times. Dingus asked Gifton about if Dazzle is fat. Then Dingus explained that Gifton is fat, and that led to an explanation of no, both are pregnant. And then Talia had nightmares, waking Carrick up in the middle of the night. When she went downstairs to get water, Carrick saw a perhaps vision of the last dragon scratching outside the window and talking to him about another way in. Carrick, in a panic, went downstairs wearing his scarf, talked to Grandma, talked to Talia, finding out about the dream that Talia had, which was a nightmare about the stars staring at her intently. But even though there was just the stars, but it creeped her out.
Someone was watching, it felt like.
Yeah, somebody was watching. Lynn explained that the Maker's Mark is actually the old draconic word for something along the lines of forced intrusion. There are words that come to mind for Sam for that, and yeah. The next morning, party had a nice breakfast. We scared the young stable boy. We have variously offered to do things. Carrick had a conversation with grandmother about possibly marrying Talia. Corvus wandered around Wintercroft for a bit. He found the ruins of his old family home, or what was left of it. He ended up finding a little cache of his father's things, notes and papers and correspondences, with notably Herr Fischer of the Hexenreich military and Herr Becker of a group of the government, saying things of, you'll regret not coming back to us kind of thing, as well as a ring that bears the gentleman's insignia of the open eye. The group eventually re-met back up at the Warm Hearth, which I believe is the name of the tavern, where Carrick had us all go through General Stenhouse's gift box that he had sent with us. Each of us getting a coin, except for Tilde, who was not apparently the chosen child. Gifton faked giving Dingus a coin too to make him not feel left out, so that way Tilde could feel even worse. No, not for that reason, but because Dingus needed to know. And Tilde's apparently getting a newly minted coin with the Warforge on it. It's going to be kind of cool. Carrick then decided to open up about his strange and new experiences he's been having with the last dragon that he's been hiding from the party for the last week or so, telling about the cryptic messages and his concerns for Talia and how his grandmother's not protecting her. Gifton offered to try to do stuff by checking over the dragon, knowing that most of her magic's pretty much been just flat gone. Felt a sudden surge of power when she tried to do it, having said the new oath and saying the I am Gifton stuff. She did a bunch of auguries on it, coming up with the idea that breaking the dragon is bad. She asked a lot of other questions that did not come up very clearly. The last question she asked was if she gave the thing permission, the entity permission, like you give an angel permission to have a host, was good, but she's really not sure how she wants to approach that or who should do that or how she even feels about that right now. And the player knows, Jesus Christ, Gifton, no, all of those things were bad. Why are you trying this? We don't know what this means. Gifton then explained she had new teleportation powers, being able to use the transport via plants. The group went out, checked out Corvus's ring, trying to see if it was magical. Didn't find anything if it was magical because because the group knows that the gentleman's stuff has never shown up when Gifton has ever tried to look for it, or when Carrick's ever tried to look for it. We can usually not see anything about their tech. Gifton and then Corvus both had a race using their various teleportation abilities back to the tavern. We ended the session with Carrick getting Telde and Gifton to cast magic on him to help him out because he's going to sneakily make a ring, which I want to know. Carrick, were you wanting me to cast guidance on you, or were you wanting me to cast pass without trace on you? Because you asked me if I could help you hide.
No, I asked if you could help me with something.
Oh yeah, you asked me, but you asked me for the thing that I used that helps with hiding, so I wasn't sure which spell you meant. But I'm assuming the right spell gets cast.
Yes.
And then during that, RG realized, oh shit, I need a ring. And that's pretty much where we ended. Which I think we're just in the tavern. Maybe.
Baby.
Sorry, I was muted. Yes. You guys are in the tavern, still chilling out. RG is still in this moment of, oh crap. Rings are a thing.
Rings are a thing, yo.
By the way, I am totally inventing Bitcoin.
Nice.
Are they all stored on Telde? Like, is he carrying all the bitcoins?
I'm giving a new job for Warforged. Looking at
Oh, I had
Good bit
a
minor.
other thing I was going to bring up with the group, if you guys don't mind.
Oh,
What was it?
Well, I was just thinking, we have so much money, right? And I mean, we know that we need to use the money for certain things, and that's fine and good, and we should. But, and this is, I'm assuming, a conversation where we don't have too many of the non-party members around. A certain someone we know was trying to get access to a lot of adventurers to go get stuff, and he was trying to find means to do that, but within his abilities. But we're an outside group and we have a lot of money, and money is what motivates adventurers. So I was thinking I might get a hold of him and see if he wants some of the money to start hiring people to start looking into the stuff he wanted, so we have a plan B going.
Or maybe if we do it by proxy. Okay, so it says.
Something like that, where we kind of get it set up. And because I look over here, there's no way you and I need $1 million gold. There's
I
no
think
way.
we need $1 million gold.
I fold my
Do
arms.
you understand what $1 million gold is?
Yeah,
they have
that's
a problem
great.
understanding a million.
It's the first time that number's not freaked me out.
Because it's yours.
I'm still thinking that we could still send some of it on that, and that means that there would probably be less for us to have to risk and do, and that would be
Ooh,
good.
Okay, I'm on board this now. Yes.
We could.
If other people who are interested in making money and taking risk go do those things, you and I don't have to.
Hey, honey. You realize what you're doing now? You're being the capays.
Oh.
Are you going to hire adventurers, my ladyship?
We're gonna hire adventurers! I start clapping. Also, I'm glowing like the fucking sun, by the way, because I still have my wings active.
Carrick's gonna kind of shade his eyes a little bit at that.
I'm just going to go, I will point out one thing if you want a good cover for it.
What?
it's not entirely uncommon for retired adventurers to be the one to hire others.
Yeah, so I mean, it'd be
And
pretty
I'm retiring.
We could work something out, but I was thinking, why don't we get him up, because we don't know where all the things are, right? And I'm at the very least at the very least, I think me and Kara, I look over at Kara Dodd, are interested in maybe trying to make it so we have a little less to do. So, and if anybody wants to join in, I know we got a town to build, and we aren't sure how much funds it's all going to take and stuff, but that's where I want to put my money. I want a future for me and my kids. And my husband, where hopefully we're all still together. And I'm willing to use a lot of adventurers to do it.
Why am I now? My brain's going. The road to retirement is paved with other adventurers. Dead body.
It pretty much is.
I'm getting my happy ending, and I'm willing to kill a lot of other people to do it.
I'm willing to hire people who know the risk and are getting well paid for it. I'm gonna go. You know what? I feel really good about this. I'm gonna yell for another round on us. I'm gonna go pay.
There's some celebration. Tony's actually gonna sort of look up and go. I mean, you all know about the guild hall in Possenheim, right?
The what?
There's a place in Possenheim that's sort of a big adventure sponsorship. It's like a big building dedicated to them.
Oh, so maybe we can hire people from there. Yeah, that might be a really good idea. Anyway, Talia, you probably thinking the same thing, right? You want Carrick to not go on a lot of big adventures, right?
Yeah, that would be nice.
And that'd be
Possenheim.
yeah, it's way over there.
Yeah. Possenheim, the one that they couldn't because someone couldn't spell poison.
Anyway, so I want to sleep indoors tonight. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but I think that it wasn't fair that Corvus got a room to himself last night. I'm gonna put that out there.
Based on how difficult it would be to sleep in the same room as Corvus at the time, it was most likely necessary.
It was, but I don't think it was fair.
Carrick's gonna kind of look over at Talia. With what happened, it might be best, unfortunately for us, not to be the only ones in the room. Look down at. Wait, it would. Yeah, technically be look down at Gifted.
Stop looking down at Gifted.
Why are you looking down at me?
Because you're not at eye level.
Is there one bed in there or two beds?
There are 2 beds in there.
All right, were you using 2 beds?
That's entirely up to them.
Look left where is Mom and Howard?
Howard is serving drinks right now. Mum is out back.
Steakhouse.
We could stay with Carrick and Talia. As long as we agree not to get up to anything in the middle of the night. Is that fair?
The boys are in one bed and the girls are in the other.
Carrick's suddenly yelling at the top of his lungs. Something's happening to Carrick. Something's happening.
Talia nods a bit and goes, couple's room. I'm okay with that.
Alright, couple's room?
Kara goes, yeah, okay.
I know. Okay, and then whoever else wants to go in the other room with Yelly sing songs. Look over at Corvus.
It's like I do not acknowledge your look.
Carrick, do you need help getting in contact with anybody to send a lot of information, or are you gonna handle that?
I think right now the only thing I really are you talking to our friend or yes, that's why I said our friend.
Yeah.
The only thing
We have a lot of friends.
Our friendly benefactor.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I think just to let him know that I'm trying the dream method for now and see what comes up with that. before you
All
get
right. So do
too
you want
much.
me and Care to do that, or do you want to borrow RG Sending Stone? Because RG, I believe, gave a certain general a Sending Stone.
Yep.
And Gifton remembers.
Actually, character look down and go, does yours work back and forth?
Mine works back and forth.
It might be better that way, just in case he needs more information than what I'm letting him know. Because
Okay.
everything.
Sweetie, after dinner, we're gonna take Carrick up to the room privately, and those who value their ears stay out.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh, the spinny ball of fire.
Huh?
I'm gonna hug Talia. It's probably best you not be in there for that. It hurts when.
It does not hurt. It's completely fine as long as you're Faye.
What hurts?
It's a kind of Faye communication. It's very high pitched and noisy to people that don't understand it.
It'll make your ears bleed.
Oh, okay. I'll stay down here for a bit then.
I'm sure he has ears.
No, I said it makes your ears bleed. He's actually doing that because he never got that bad.
Yeah.
It looks like you've seen me scream when it does when he talks.
Yeah, I guess you did respond.
I had to put cotton wads in your ears.
Back to the focus. Yes.
More or less, Gifton's just trying to not get us to talk too much about a certain thing in front of Talia.
Talia's looking a little confused / curious / perplexed.
Yeah. I can still do certain other magics if there's anything anybody wants me to do, but
does anyone remember in case you care where I said that one adventure was out of? Was that Possenheim?
Let's see, that was Coimgate and
West Forge.
Yeah, that's it.
West Forge and Colmgate. Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't there.
They operated out of Leafwick, I think is what you said, because I was with you at the clerk's office and Silverwood when they were looking it up.
Okay.
I actually was with you for that.
Yeah, I was saying that mainly because I've been flipping through my things I couldn't find. I have it.
It's in the Tarnstead master file notes at the top under the characters.
I know I wrote it down, but I have a lot of sheets. So I can't inquire.
So probably not about that. Archie, that thing that you don't have.
Oh.
Do you want to go get one?
I was hoping to, yeah.
Talia's eyes are sort of shifting back and forth again.
I forgot something in Wyndon.
That's a little far back.
Yeah, originally
They
I was
have-
trying to get my family to bring it, but Gifton might have it magically where I can go pick it up quick, which it's important, and I want it for
quick as in you're gonna go by yourself, and then I'll pick you up in the morning.
pretty much. I mean,
Yeah,
quick
that'll
as in I don't have to take the entire trip back.
I mean, it'll be a good test to see if it works.
Your family may be able to help.
Yeah.
That was the intent.
Don't leave Wyndon, okay?
Wasn't intending to.
Do I have a sending stone to you? I don't think I do. Do I?
Dargy, yes.
Yeah, I do.
Well,
Okay.
Fucking
All
your
right,
friend
so
can
I
start
have a-
rifling through pockets, checking all these stones.
I'm gonna pull out a sending stone with a simple daisy on it, nod and go, yes, I have a sending stone for you. Okay, good. I'm gonna take RG outside really quick and send her to Wyndon.
Alright, I'm gonna try and get Dazzle upstairs. Her saddle doesn't fit anymore.
Maybe you should start riding Dingus with me.
Yeah.
If I wasn't muted.
You're muted?
Standing up. Cass is standing up going, I'm going to.
Oh, you're going too? All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna let Dazzle and Care go upstairs, and I'm gonna fly Dingus outside and go find the nearest available large plant.
And then the three of us will go out back here, Gift, and go, okay, just hold still. And you hear 2 gunshots.
All right. When I get there, I'm casting transport via plants. I only need to be within 5 feet of it. I don't actually need to go through it.
Nope.
And I am choosing a tree or large plant at the Illan Shrine.
Okay, yep. There are a few large trees at the Eden Shrine, so
those were impressioned upon me because I did spend a lot of time there, and I loved that place.
okay.
So I will open it up and I will gesture them forward. Let me know if it works.
If you don't hear from us, it didn't work.
Hey, if it didn't work, we might be dead, so.
And it'll all be your fault.
You're on the clock.
That.
Go. There's that.
Yeah. Could have been mean there and gone. That was over 6 seconds.
Yeah. All right, so you're going through?
Yep.
Bye.
Right, and your friends vanish into the tree.
Okay.
Cass, Argy, you appear in Wyndham,
Oh, whoa.
stepping out of a tree at the Illan Shrine.
I keep muting myself because my fan.
She's talking to, yeah, and she'll actually pull out the sending stone since it's going to be dawn before they're picked up anyways. It doesn't just go, good news, it worked. Here you get it again in the morning.
But so I actually had set the character setting out.
Oh.
I was muted.
What?
What
I
were you running out?
So what?
Carrick was gonna go. Can you pick up a couple baked goods from?
Okay,
the
so
centaur?
Cass and Argy, you hear as you're stepping through, Carrick yelling for you to pick up baked goods.
Pick up the hazelnut ones for Talia,
Out
please.
the sending stone. Carrick wants hazelnut muffins for Talia. Glad you're safe. See you in
So
the morning.
glad that you've used up your sending stone on such important
Well,
things.
it's
No,
the reply,
RG
so I
sent
can
it.
actually still activate it again.
Yeah.
Because RG sent me, so I get a reply for free. So then I get to do it again later.
It's reply, and also, it's going to be in the next day before we're picked up anyways. Dawn of the next day is when it recharges fully.
Yeah. All right, and I'm gonna give thumbs up to Carrick, and I'm gonna go inside. Hey, guess what? I just lowered the amount of people that need to sleep in the freaking in the night. Ha!
Oh. That's...
That would,
So once again, Corvus is getting his own room.
I have no complaints to that.
You already agreed to couples rooms.
Also,
and-
that means Cassie and Archie need to find their own damn places to sleep.
I mean,
I mean, that's
RG
not
set.
hard.
Yeah, they're probably staying at Archie's
Cats
grandpa's.
will show back up at the tavern, and they'll be like, "Wait a second, didn't you leave?"
No, totally Cash. And I obviously choose Cash should go and try to stay at the Orland Temple.
I am going to whisper a little prayer very quietly. Oh, Raz, I just dropped RG cast back in Wyndon. I'm so sorry.
All Cass and RG here from the keep is no.
I'm just gonna take
No,
my
no,
head and walk and
no.
go right back inside.
They're unsupervised.
Gifton,
Yeah.
you pray and sort of amusing yourself in doing so. And then you hear like a strange little bit of frequency in your head. You can't quite make out what it is. There's just a pitch, but you hear something short.
What? All right, I'm gonna try like that mentality I'm in when I'm praying. You know how I focus. I'd be like, "What was that?"
There's no sound in reply.
It's a busy signal.
It's a busy signal.
At least it wasn't a fax or modem line coming back.
All right, I'm gonna go back in with Carrick and have a nice meal and buy rounds for people.
Kaya comes back downstairs, sort of mumbling himself, it's like watching a brick trying to fly.
I think from now on, when
Asshole.
why don't you ride with me and Dingus for now? I'm probably gonna not be able to get to ride him very soon anyway.
Yeah, I mean, really shouldn't be running about so much. You look ready of
I'm not that far along. I've probably got a month though.
yeah. We really should be hurrying along.
Yeah, we should. That's why I'm just trying to help
A
out.
month?
Yeah, I think I've got about a month, Corvus, and then I'm probably gonna have my kid.
He thinks for a moment.
You've just broken the doctor.
Then that is awfully fast.
It's probably it must have been 2-3 months. I must have been
Yeah,
pregnant.
that's not that fast. We've been together for a while now.
Yeah, most of the year.
I mean, how long
You
brownies?
I'm trying to follow the timeline here. And
4 months.
Yeah.
is that what means that you two were together prior to Vinden? And
We did get married,
Cuthwaite.
Corvus.
I know. I'm just trying because I thought you were only kind of really engaging in that in Vinden.
Oh no! We didn't.
Not.
We didn't.
I mean,
we got,
your own personal.
I mean, it's none of your
time
business.
it is none of my business, but it's. Let me get back to my letters.
Did you think that a married couple were not engaging in normal activities of a married couple?
On the way,
The amount of
Don't you motherfuckers!
the amount of downtime we have had is just.
I will
things
point
don't
out every
line up.
night, Kara and I have had a very lovely bed.
Out of character.
That is more information than I required, but
You inquired.
make better sense.
You did inquire.
I did
But
inquire, but did not inquire
brownies are
all
about
the
4 months,
particular
Corvus.
4 months
Yes.
for a brownie. That
Yes.
makes a little more sense then.
Yes.
I was unaware of the gestation
Which
rate. of
means that
a
I would
brownie.
probably need to stop riding around and being out and about.
You should have
I
probably
would-
done that weeks ago.
I'm
Weeks?
probably weeks.
Well,
Even
if you
showing
scale,
weeks ago.
if you scale the time frame to,
But we don't know when.
human.
We don't know when. So, but I'm thinking I'm probably 2-3 months
can't-
along.
Is there magic I can find out?
I
Yes,
assume
there
there
is.
is.
Is that something
Um,
that should be done as a precaution for anything? I don't know a lot about that part of stuff.
Well, you can determine that physically as well, but Gifton, you are quite healthy. So
Yeah,
this
so
is what-
I'm guessing. I mean, I've only ever seen one other pregnant brownie before, but I'm guessing I'm probably 2-3 months, maybe.
I mean, maybe your mum
Yeah.
will know once we hit.
Yeah,
those.
yeah. My mom would know probably when we get to. Oh, I should have had them test the thing by trying to drag something, because I want to know if the wagon will go through the
maybe on the way
portal. That
back.
would have been so much faster. Yeah.
It's just a quick second question, or whatever question via on. At your estimated size, do you feel any movements?
Do I feel any movement?
Not a lot.
Not really.
Okay.
Do you know of anywhere where you may be able to find other brownies who may be able to assist and advise you? Or are you
Oh.
waiting to see your mother?
Not likely any that would make contact, unfortunately.
I imagine they're still a bit wary of us here.
Yeah, they're probably
And
not
I
likely
wouldn't
to help
ask
out.
those kids.
Yeah, and I'm
kids?
gonna pull no kids. And I got this lovely crystal.
You do know that you are talking to two people with keen mind, so you said kids.
Oh, what kids?
Okay.
But look, I still have this really nice crystal that Tilde gave me. See, I'm keeping that, so I'm gonna be completely fine.
Also,
Sure,
didn't,
33 at insight.
I mean, Haya said the whole sort of, protection and.
Yeah, and I'm doing everything that Tilde's thing told me to do in the book. I don't really understand why the parts about month 5 will happen, but I'm sure they will.
Month
Can I-
5. Yeah.
Can I,
Telday would be beaming, but he doesn't have that ability.
Can I see this book?
Yeah, it's in the Vardo. I can't pack it around. Yeah, I completely don't get that past Carrick, by the way. I rolled really good too.
Yes, you did. I wasted my 20 for it.
So did he.
Yeah, he rolled incredibly good. He could have rolled less good though and still kicked my ass. He could have rolled a 10.
Carrick just kind of looks. I'll have some questions later.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, they're probably having a fine time in Winden. We should just have a nice night here. Since it's only the group of us, Telday, you said you were gonna be nice and stand outside their door.
Of course.
That was really sweet of you. I mean, I guess if anything, we could stay in Corvus's room, honey. Should we do that and let the lovebirds be together?
I mean, if
Feel I
Corvus
need
is
to
fine
do
with that.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll stay with
give
Corvus.
them care. If you want to have a room to yourself, I can probably talk to Harold to let me just stay here at this table, and I can finish my letters and works that my father was doing.
You gonna stay up all night again?
I've done that numerous times. So
That can't be
that's-
healthy.
That can't be healthy. We don't mind. You can have one of the beds, I guess.
I was going to do it anyway, so I would be up long past probably you've all gone to sleep.
Well,
and I don't want to
I
keep
tell you
up.
what, Corvus.
Particularly that you are a pregnant woman and do need your rest.
I think he is afraid that you will attempt marital relations again.
Well, if he wants to write his letters, he can come in later after. I mean, not that
It's not right, it's reading, and he holds up the giant pile of letters.
you have
if
some strange
nothing
hobbies, my
else-
friend.
If nothing else, you probably could, if it was bothering people, and if nothing else, go in the Vardo. It's got enough room for someone without a problem.
Yeah,
I don't think Howard will say no, but in case you need more privacy than the open table.
Yeah, maybe. Why don't you take the Vardo tonight, since the majority of the group took the Vardo last night, and then,
that is fair.
that'll work. And then we'll have the two couples each have
Oh,
our
room
own
for
room tonight.
ourselves.
Room for us.
I do wonder that
Oh.
troll meat is looking like, and he is going to go off to the Vardo.
Why did we smell after rings? Okay.
Husband, this is extenuating circumstances. It sure would be nice if I had my big, strong husband to help out while I'm pregnant.
Well, I'm sure I can shoulder this burden of having to be also
I mean,
big
I know
and
that
tall and strong.
you wouldn't overuse the ring, so
Oh, never.
yeah. So I mean, and Dazzle's gonna have eggs, so you can't use her as a mount right now.
1 second. When is Dazzle going to have eggs?
I don't know. She's quite big.
Allie,
I'm Addy.
what kind of check is it on stuff for something like a pseudo dragon to possibly know?
I would say that is a nature check.
I will say we've only had her since Cuthwaite, so we've only had her a few weeks, but who knows what she was up to before that.
And
I am
I mean, she
going to
didn't
not
read that.
roll
Didn't get to near her that soon.
No, so I don't know.
Okay, go ahead, give me a roll, Carrick.
I'm not going to.
Oh, you're not?
Nature's. I don't have nature trained, so I'm going to say that he not going to check.
Okay.
So
Wow,
I
they
mean,
must
could
have had it
attempt
real fast.
to ask RG or Cassiopeia to obtain a book about that if you would like.
That would be really helpful because I know
Grandma
Dingus
knows.
had a conversation with a certain young deity, and I was expecting that they'd have eggs, but
Oh,
she seems like she's having a lot of eggs, or she's going really quick. Do pseudo dragons have their babies like chickens? Do they just like whoop all of a sudden?
I mean,
Care seems to laugh for some reason.
they're called pseudo dragons, so I guess they eggs like a dragon. I mean, I need to probably contact
Tell me
Grandma
if you
tomorrow.
could please inquire on that for me. I'd really appreciate it. Also, make sure to forward them anything you need out of Winden.
I could
I don't know.
ask.
I do not require anything.
Mhm.
I could ask Grandma if she knows anything. She
I'm-
about pseudo dragons.
I don't think we need to bother Grandma. She's
Well, I
probably
need-
worried sick.
I
Grandma,
need to,
can you talk about
So, that
pseudo
might be-
dragons?
I need
Would that be
to
insulting to a dragon?
Yes.
And
Grandma, what happened
Talia
after
is
Dragon's
actually
Brew?
nodding.
Oh, good.
What
I
you
need to-
could do though, ask Lynn the next time you talk to her,
Tomorrow.
if you're talking to her tomorrow.
I don't want to right now, but I probably want to ask her if, what you saw sounds like anything she knows
Oh
about.
yeah, that. I'm gonna cast create water really quick. Bunch of water in like a basin or anything if like that, or else I'm just dumping it on the ground. I don't care. Then I'm casting shape water twice. I'm going to form it up using one of the instant abilities to make an animated shape or things like that. I am going to create a thing of
There's some applause around you when you start doing this.
I'm gonna create the six-eyed dragon and then freeze it. Because I can do it if I do it one more time.
Do
I
a
can turn it twice. I'll do a boat.
There's
I got a
some
lot
more
of water,
cheering.
I can do this.
And now people are hollering, basically, for various shapes, animals,
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
That...
I'm gonna get distracted and start doing weird shit, but I'm basically doing the shape of the six-eyed dragon for Carrot. and then I'm-
I'm then going to cast Silent Image in the same form, just so I know now how to cast it.
Okay.
Because I'm going to need
All right,
that.
and
probably
I
for
am
Grandma.
at the end of doing that and then doing a couple of those. I'm casting Destroy Water and destroying all the water I just made.
That
It
also
does
brings some
only-
applause.
Yeah.
Does it only destroy the water you choose? Okay.
Well, since I can move it around, I can pretty much drop it
Well,
where I want it.
I'm just making sure we suddenly weren't like destroying all the water in the tavern,
No.
because that would be a really bad day.
Well, I basically made 10 gallons and I'm going to destroy 10 gallons. So
yeah,
I'm
specifically.
just, yeah. So I'm gonna make this big ice sculpture and then I'm gonna take a bow.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You can do so many new cool things.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make.
that gets a lot of attention, a lot of applause. Some drunk people are very entertained.
That's good.
I'm gonna actually have the little dragon prance around the table a little bit.
All right, that also gets basically you have now become the stage table.
Yep.
Yep. Yay.
All right,
Yay.
so
All right, so that we'll continue on like that.
yeah, so that's your sending tail day.
Yep.
Okay, RG, you pick this up in your mind. Sending spell from tail day. You are currently sort of heading into town, having arrived at on the shrines outside.
Archie?
Okay, RG will get that and then. Okay, and then you'll get back the. Okay, one question: where do you get books and when? Oh, right, fuck library.
Nice. Is that the reply?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what you get in reply, Tilde.
It appears that things are going excellently.
But yes, in Wyndon, I assume at this hour you're probably heading straight to your grandfather's estate, RG. Cass, are you going along with RG?
In the morning.
What time is it?
It's late evening now.
Oh, and we're going back in the morning?
Yes.
Right.
Like when we
Really
message
not
saying,
much
"Hey,
time
we're gonna
to
get
do
picked up."
anything.
You message me when you want to get picked up. I will come to Wyndon to get you. So
Yeah,
if you pick your time.
I guess I'm going with Archie.
May as well. You get to meet my grandpa.
Is there enough room for me?
RG's going to look at Casper, and then gesture at the very large treehouse.
Okay, better question. Am I
think
going
so.
to be able to move around in there?
I
Yeah.
mean, pretty big inside.
Okay.
Right,
Guess we'll go.
As you approach the gates, there's a couple of guards very idly guarding. You know, there's that lean, they're not quite on attention, but when they see you approach, they suddenly sort of straighten up, and they pop off a couple of salutes. And Lady Alira.
Hello.
Uh,
Is Grandpa and them in?
Of course, my lady. And they just open the gate straight up for you.
Thank you. And she'll give a very polite bow and go, come on, Cass.
Cass is just going to trot along behind that RG.
Okay. And you're able to head on in. There is a servant waiting inside who meets you, bows to you, RG, and then your guest, ma'am.
Yeah, we were just hoping we got dropped off for the evening and A, place to B, and I need to ask Grandpa stuff.
Well, his lordship is currently in his room. Shall I inform him of your arrival?
If you could, please.
Okay, and the name of your guest, ma'am?
She's Cassiopeia Steelshot.
Thank you, ma'am.
Lady Cassiopeia Steelshot.
Yeah, she was
I-
go, quiet lady.
Okay.
Cassiopeia Steelshot.
Your ladyship, he actually gives you a curt little bow, Cass, before he turns and heads upstairs. Notably, you're not guided to any room or anything, RG. Like, when it was a lot more formal, you were, like, here, waiting in this room, waiting in that room. You just seem to be left to have you run at the place now.
Mm-hmm. RG will just kind of, so she's going to take a guess it'll probably be the study and go to bring Cassandra to the study and just wait.
Mm-hmm. And after, actually not that long, after about a minute, your grandfather walks into the study and he smiles brightly when he sees you, and he just comes straight over and pulls you into a hug.
Mm-hmm. RG gives him the big hug back. Hi, Grandpa.
RG, I didn't expect to see you so soon. Did you make a return trip? What?
A friend of mine figured out you could teleport through trees.
Oh, that's old magic.
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't understand it, but magic isn't really my thing.
Not mine, but there's lots of stories about it. Well, so it's wonderful to see you. And Lady Steelshot, was it?
Cass is actually looking at any woodwork that's in the room right now.
There's a lot.
Like, oh, yes.
Yeah. RJ, I assume you talked about your friends.
Mm-hmm.
You had plenty of time to. And he comes over and he takes your hand, Cass, and he gives it a very polite, noble little kiss on it.
We actually, most of us met him at
Yeah.
the tavern because remember we had that talk about the princess party for the second go around, and after we walked him back.
I could not
Remember if Cass
recall
was
if
there.
Cass was there.
I don't remember if Cass was there, but I remember we met everybody else with him.
I think Cass might have been out at that point.
I think I was.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
Well, it's wonderful to meet you. RG's talked about you quite a lot.
And Cass is just looking at RG. I hope the tales haven't been exaggerated.
I didn't mention the bad stuff.
Okay, then they're all fine.
Yes, saving an old man's heart, I think. Well, have the two of you eaten? Do you need somewhere to stay tonight? Are you staying the night?
Was hoping to. It may be a little easier than trying to find an inn. I also want to ask you, I realized I did something really dumb with the whole I'm going to propose to someone thing.
Yes.
Do you know somewhere I can get a ring?
Ah, yes. Yes, I do. Marlos, would you prepare a room for RG and Lady Steelshot? And see a servant waiting at the door, just sort of give a curt nod and turn to go do so. And he goes, yes, I think we can sort you out a ring. If you wait a moment, I'll... And you can see his composure is already starting to crumble a bit before he clears his throat a bit.
Hey, Grandpa?
And yes, I'm fine. Just wait a moment, please.
Okay.
And he turns and leaves.
Oh, you're gonna get your grandma's ring, I bet.
And yeah, both of you are left alone in the room for a bit. Cass, yeah, there is some gorgeous woodwork in here. Again, that elven styling of trying to look flowing and natural. More
Some
grown.
of it probably is.
Yes, more grown than actually carved. Any carving actually just sort of helping guide that along. But after a few minutes, your grandfather returns, holding what's clearly a small ring case. And, well, as neither of your aunts seem to be seeing fit to settle down anytime soon, and considering your mother probably would have had this had we not driven her out. Here. And he just holds the box out to you.
Archie kind of takes it and opens it slightly to look.
And yeah, and it is a silver band, woven much like fine work, sort of beautiful leaves cutting up to cup a set in jewel. Looks to be a diamond, although it is slightly tinged. A lot of people probably wouldn't consider it pure, but there is a ever so slight subtle green hue to it. This,
Actually, looking to are you okay with this, Grandpa? Like, I was just hoping you could show me a place to get a ring. I wasn't expecting you to like give me stuff.
he smiles softly and just places a hand over yours and goes, "I'm more than okay with this." And well, I think your grandmother would want you to have it, so yes, I think this is more than fitting. Although it might need some fitting, of course.
Well, I know for fitting that one of the people traveling with this Carrick, I remember you met him, the
Yes.
Dragon Boy. He's fantastic with rings. He's actually the one who, he was making a ring for his girl who he's going to propose to, and that reminded me I hadn't done it. Just kind of slipped over my head.
Well, I'm glad you came back then. This has been in our family for thousands of years.
Well, I'll make sure it stays in it for thousands of more. And she's actually going to hold it tight.
And he actually just pulls you into another hug.
Mm-hmm. She's going to grab him in the hug.
Cass is actively staying as quiet as possible during all
Yeah,
this.
a little
and
bit
barely
awkward, Cass. Very emotional moment between the two. And you actually see as he releases the hug, sort of dabbing his eyes slightly with a kerchief he pulls from a pocket. As, forgive me, Lady Steelshot.
Cass is just kind of waving it off. I didn't want to interrupt.
Unbecoming
beautiful
display
moment.
of emotion.
No, it was very becoming.
Oh, thank you. Your room should be ready. Have you eaten?
I don't think either of us would say no to any more food. We had a little
Yes,
bit more.
We
than-
kind of left
You know.
early and
Yeah.
ran off to go do shit. So yeah.
And also, Cass probably will never say no to food.
I will have some of the stew reheated then, yes?
That sounds great. Thank you, Grandpa.
And
I was also going to say, I remember you had said that you might make the trip down to Dulwood. We're going to be leaving Wintercroft in probably tomorrow or the day after, if that helps plan when you were going to or if you're going to.
Also, out of character, you know somebody that could help him get there.
Also, in fact, actually, since we used to get here, my friend who can do the tree walking thing, she could probably help you get there and back quickly without needing to saddle up in a Vardo and all that.
there's actually a brief look, a sort of brief glimmer in his eyes, RG, when you mentioned that. Do you think she would deign to do that for me?
I
Cass is
think
Cass is
absolutely,
actually
yeah.
going to pipe up. I don't think Gifton would reject it in your welcome to come with us from Wintercroft to Dolpwood if you don't mind roughing it. I mean, the Vardo is comfortable, but it's still a long trip. But you're more than welcome.
So extremely crowded, guys.
As exciting that prospect is, I'm afraid that, the roughing it doesn't settle well with me these days, and he just sort of rubs his elbows a bit.
That's fair. But yeah, definitely when we get to Dolwood, we can pick you up and bring you there. I don't think Giffin would have any issue. I can ask her to be sure, but I don't think she'd have any problem at all.
I would love to experience that.
I loved going to meet your grandpa. Of course, I'd take him.
Please extend her my thanks to her in advance if she deigns to do this for me.
Absolutely.
Well, in that case, I suppose it simplifies travel plans. At your convenience once you arrive in Dolwood.
Absolutely. I figured just that way we don't have to try and get you on the road and going and back again and all that, and because I know that's a lot. It's a learning for us.
There's a little bit of a wry smile on his face as he goes, I will admit I was not looking forward to the trip as much as I was looking forward to seeing you.
That's fair.
Yes, let's get you some food sorted. And he sort of just leads you into the actual sitting room to actually get settled comfortably as you wait. And you get to spend a nice night there with your grandfather. Unless there's anything pressing you guys want to take care of.
Actually, Cass is going to Lord Alira.
Oh, please, none of this Lord things. What is it?
I was curious, since you know Wyndon and Hope, would you by chance know any mages who might specialize in...
What was that last one? Did you cut out a bit, Cass?
Mages who are for hire, who specialize in...
Is Cass cutting out for anyone else?
Toby's showing up for
right
me.
at the end of it.
Yeah, I think
It's
he's
the
saying
same problem that
scrying.
Scrying.
Fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like your gait might be is a little sharp or something, Tobes. Whenever you get soft, it cuts.
Yeah, I've had to crank up the gate because someone was sitting outside revving
Yeah, you might
How
want to
far
crank it down.
back from your mic are you, by the way?
about a foot.
Yeah, move it closer, maybe.
Yeah.
Scrying, yes. I know of a couple of mages that could be of help. There's a few for hire in the noble quarters, of course. I can give you their addresses if you wish.
I would appreciate that.
Well, might I ask what you're scrying for? It can be a little funny about that kind of business.
Cass is going to kind of start reaching for the list and just go, I have a list of people who are missing who need to be found.
This is missing as in outlaws, or?
Possibly abducted by Scrim Hayason.
I'm afraid that I'm not sure.
You remember I told you about the Goliaths?
Oh, yes, the leader, yes.
The leader, yeah, the one, they also were the ones who attacked Serdur, and Cass's parents' mercenary company went down there.
Ah, you're looking for family.
Yes. I have a list of everyone who is not accounted for. A large portion of my family is gone.
Well,
Some were not discovered or their bodies weren't found, and there's the off chance they can be alive. And if they are, I'm going to find them and I'm going to bring them home.
well, in that case, yes, I shall give you a few addresses.
Thank you.
I cannot promise how much help they will be. I'm not too knowledgeable scrying myself, but she just goes off to get a bit of paper and pen, and she comes back with some addresses for you written down, Cass.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. Any help is immeasurable because otherwise I'd just be kind of hoofing the sand and hoping.
And any help I can give, I'm More than happy to. Okay. So you're able to settle in for the night there. Back at the tavern, I assume most people are sort of having their food and heading up.
Yeah, I'm buying a couple rounds while we do stuff, and then I'm going upstairs and gonna get a nice sleep time in. I am going to request that me and Kara have a pillow underneath the bed on the ground because it'll make it easier to get up in the morning.
There's stuff we were supposed to do before that.
Oh yeah, we were gonna go up in the room. That's right. Yeah, I'm going up with Carrick and Care into Carrick's room.
Okay.
And okay, so I'm gonna say, why don't we get Rick Beale here? We'll tell Rick Beale everything and tell him not to respond until we're done, so that way he can ask questions and we can give info.
I assume you told Talia not to come up yet.
Not to come up yet.
Yeah, we had talked with that before.
Dingus and Dazzle being ushered out.
They're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go have the pillows down in the other room.
Yeah, Dazzle
we'll
does
join
complain a bit. There's some angry meeping as she's forced to move.
Yeah,
she does.
I'm sorry, if she was just on a pillow,
just carry her.
Have Carrick just move her out into another room and just set it down.
She still meeps angrily.
Yes. All right, and then I'll be like, okay, Carrick, get Ricky.
Okay. Care sort of shrugs into the air a bit, glancing around, going, Rick Beale? And Rick Beale appears.
Gifton's gonna flare her wings out really excitedly at seeing Rick Beale. Hey, Ricky! Okay, we're gonna tell you a bunch of things. Oh, sorry, Carrick. Okay.
gonna wave at Rick Beale.
Oh, my apologies.
All right, so Rick Beale, we are going to tell you a lot of information for our master. If you could relay it to him, and then any responses that he gives, could you have that relayed back? But we're trying to limit the amount of it as possible, as Carrick's delicate little elf ears burn when you talk. Okay?
It feels like you're being stared at intently.
He agrees, and he understood because he didn't respond. So, first of all, I'm going to fling my wings up and go, I'm really powered up again. Good, important thing.
That feeling of intense staring feels even intensier. And you can see...
Wait, did you just say intensier?
Yes, I did say intensier.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
And
English word.
I managed to teleport Cassie and RG all the way up to Winden. They confirmed to me that they are up there. They're staying... I don't know where they're staying, but they're up there. I can do a lot of new weird stuff, and Carrick has some deep, dirty secrets he needs to air.
They're not
look over at Carrick.
dirty at all.
He didn't tell us for a week.
It happened once, and I wasn't sure if it came anything afterwards. Okay, so Rick
Make sure
Beale,
you relay it to your master that I am cross.
and short.
Yes.
Fireball fires.
So, wait, actually, out of character, real quick, because my player, I'm drawing a blank as a player. Did Raz come in when we were doing the whole thing with the dragon? I can't remember if he showed up that night.
He was not there that night.
No.
Okay.
He came the next
Sure he
morning.
doesn't know. I don't want to.
No, you did. You literally did nothing with that dragon with him. So.
Okay. Just before we left, Corvus, brain just wanted to. Corvus gave me and Talia a little glass dragon, and it has talked to me a couple times. So far, the messages have been, "It's all real. They return." And then last night, after Talia had one of the nightmares similar to what I have had previously, when she left the room, I saw it outside. It said, "There's another way in." I asked, "In where?" And it said, "Here." to my grandmother, and the symbol on said dragon is an ancient draconic symbol for entry, like forcing entry. And she said a powerful spellcaster might be able to see past anything blocking magic, and our little gift in here did it and saw this. And
Oh, okay. I won't do it. I was gonna do the ice one again.
you're gonna do the ice one?
Yeah, I was doing that while you were talking. I'm just gonna cast create water really quick, make a bunch of water, and make the big ice dragon again, and then freeze it in place.
The fun thing is it's gonna happen. I'm doing
And
this.
then we're both
anyways.
I'm doing it behind you, so you cast yours and I cast mine.
I'm like, oh,
Oh,
well, at least we both had
great
a good idea.
minds.
Yes.
It was white.
Oh, okay, it's white. I'll have to remember that next time.
Yeah, it's white.
I show Grandma.
like snow.
I don't know for sure what it is, but having a little bit of a discussion, I'm leaning towards my idea that might be one of the first dragons. I'm going to talk to my grandmother tomorrow and see if she knows anything like it or anything about it. But I pulled the protection off of myself, and I will be probably receiving the dreams again. I know Raz wanted us to try that, so we are doing that again.
And one other thing, if you could relay this to your master, I look over at Care. Me and Care, at the very least, are interested in, since we made about 1 million gold off that last adventure. We know that he was trying to hire a bunch of adventurers to do a bunch of. He was going to have a bunch of adventurers do a bunch of tasks. We were wondering if we could use that money towards doing that kind of thing. I mean, we can probably still keep some aside for me and Kara to live comfortably, but we could probably do a lot of the moving and shaking to keep Plan B active. But that's my input. I'm giving 2 thumbs up.
Rickville continues to stare at the both of you.
Did I miss anything, Gifton?
I don't think so. Rick Beal, is there anything he wants to say in response?
Rickville is staring still, and then seems to bob a little at Carrick.
Yep.
I covered my ears. I don't know if it does anything, but he's trying.
You can talk now. Carrick's prepared.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Does it actually do anything? Just
It
curiosity.
really doesn't help that much.
Gonna deal with it.
Okay, you're gonna deal with it. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, also, I think I'm gonna have a kid a lot sooner than we thought. So
Yes,
that's
you are
gonna happen.
round. And Rickville blurts that out as if this is the first thing he noticed upon coming in.
Oh God!
He's just staring at the belly the whole time.
It's
Yeah,
like
me and Dazzle apparently are gonna have kids pretty quick. I think I've got maybe a month or so. Hopefully we get there in time.
Do these count as Nephilim?
I mean, I think me and Kara are the same thing, so I think it's just a brownie. Right?
Rickville hovers down.
And what do you mean these? It's this.
No, these
Oh.
What do you mean these?
little lights.
Are we having twins? Oh my god, maybe that's why I'm so big. We're having twins.
No. He's gonna spill the bean.
I mean, technically, it's not spilling the beans. Just no, it's technically not a secret. We
Well,
Yes.
wait, they have white
That's
too.
why he spilled his
Yes,
beans.
you will
having
be having
two?
twins. Many.
Wait, Benny. Wait, no, I can't understand the
Rick
mention.
Beal, how many?
Hard to make out.
More than 2?
Oh, yes.
Oh yes. I'm looking over at Care.
3, 4? Oh, yes.
I'm looking at the two of them because I can hear them.
Gifted is covering her mouth. Oh no.
10 more? Hard to tell.
Do I need to be worried about something?
What? You're fine?
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Am I opening character sheet again?
Shit! I'm gonna need to get some more cradles made. Oh no!
This
I
is
don't think
wondrous.
it's okay. I don't think you mean that, but we'll talk about this after too.
You are family, and there has not been new angels in millennia. This is wondrous.
Yeah. That's well, we're not angels, sweetie. We're brownies. But yeah, anyway, but on to the matter. Does he want to do the thing to hire the adventurers? And what does he think about Carrick's weird first dragon thing?
This
He
is where he
is-
goes, what do you mean?
I'm pretty sure the kid's like not that important compared to those other issues.
Unfortunately, you know,
Saying that, I love my
you know,
children.
He seems to think that the
Priorities
many
are
lights are more
incorrect.
important, but he does relay that he would like to talk to you further in person about a adventurer hiring initiative.
All right, good. That sounds like a good plan. And
As for the possibility of the first dragon, and he pauses a bit as if he's still listening, as if he has been talked to this entire time.
am I hearing any noises?
Perception check.
Oh, so he's been stuck in the middle of a conversation from
With that
two
watch.
sides, but
Like
nobody
somebody-
realizes the other side is talking at that
Yes.
moment. Lovely.
Nope,
Nope.
don't catch shit.
Um.
Also, the last time I prayed to him, I heard a really weird high-pitched noise.
Oh, you are learning how to listen.
No, I'm a good listener. I don't care what my mom said. I'm a good listener.
Angelic channels take a higher degree of listening. But he is concerned about the first dragon.
I got like these weird feelings like if we break the glass dragon, I think something very bad will happen. So I don't think we should. Carrick's no longer under his grandmother's protection. We're taking precautions to have various people watch him while he sleeps. I look over at Carrick and kind of go, me and Carrick could sleep in the same room with him and Talia, but we're trying to avoid encroaching on their privacy as much, but we're going to have Telday right outside the door.
My master says it is wise to have someone keeping watch.
All right. Well, I guess that's mostly what we want to
Pharrell
do is make
suddenly
sure he
speaks
knows what's going on.
He thanks you for informing him, and he will try and help in what ways he can.
All right. I'm going to be going to Wyndon tomorrow to pick up Cassie and RG at some point because I don't know what they're doing in Wyndon, but that's where I dropped them. But RG's
Have you
getting a
learned to
ring.
fly?
No, I can open doors in trees.
I do not know about that.
No, I'll show it to you sometime if you're ever around when I do it. But it's basically if I remember a tree, I can make us go from one tree to another tree or something like that. It makes kind of a weird tunnel archway doorway, and it's a quick walk.
This is very different from flight.
Yeah, it doesn't really. My wings don't seem to do what they used to. I'm kind of flipping them about a little bit, and I'm glowing a lot more. It's weird.
Yes. You have much light.
Yep. But I'm going to pick them up tomorrow in Wyndon. If he wants us to drop off or pick up anything, we can do that then. But I know where a tree is near the Illan Church, and that's where I've been using. I hope that's where I dropped them.
He says he will take the morning off if you could inform him when you are arriving.
All right, sounds good.
And he remains there, hovering, staring.
Do you want to stay or do you want to go?
What do you wish?
If you would like to stay, you could probably hide in the corner in the room so Talia doesn't see you, and keep an eye on Carrick as well tonight.
You wish me to observe the others?
I hear that. I'm like, if he's staying, make sure I know, because my plan is to have alarm in this room. and I don't want him to set off.
Well, you're welcome to stay, but if you have someplace you need to be, that's also fine. I just do not wish to alarm his lady love.
I shall be discreet.
Please no.
Thank you. All right, he's gonna be here.
Okay.
All right. Wave bye. We're gonna go sleep now.
Sleep well.
Good night. And she's gonna go, okay, we should probably tell you.
So Kara and Gifton head out of the room, and there's Rickville hovering there, Carrick, seemingly watching you.
Private eye watching.
After a few moments of awkward silence, he slowly starts to drift up to a corner of the room. And then there is a sort of strange shimmering of the air as light is bent around him and he becomes invisible.
He has some weird conversations with Carrick. Eckhart?
Oh no.
Oh, I was muted this whole time. I thought I unmuted.
Yes, that's the awkward silence.
I had waved at him, and then, like I'm starting to walk out because you can tell you. And then my brain went, if worse comes to worse, I wonder if I have dreams where I'm inhabited by an angel, and if the angel can see him. No, I mean I'm thinking this might be a thing that might need to happen.
He wears you out. He will burn you up. Don't do it.
Oh, I thought we determined that the little guys wouldn't.
It's not, I mean, it leaves you exhausted.
Yeah,
it does leave you exhausted.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing it for long term.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm gonna sleep like this. That way I'll get a good night's rest. I'll wake up exhausted.
I mean, depending upon what happens, I might anyways. You don't know what's gonna happen with the dreams now. It's been Monday.
So you head down to get Talia. She sort of watches you as you come down and goes, "Everything okay?"
Yeah. It's loud. It's fine. It's all done.
Honey, I don't think you should hang out with the Fae as much. Weird.
Oh,
I mean,
shall we head up then?
Yes, let's. Actually, I haven't tried this, but I have a 19 strength. Can I do the?
Yeah, sure.
Sweep off the feet and
Easily.
sweep off the feet. I'm gonna carry upstairs.
The sweep little bit awkward because you're doing wings, but you can do it. And she lets out a sort of little squeal in surprise, arms going around your neck, and
I'm stronger than I look.
And people have started to actually filter out of the bar at this point. There's a few very drunk people left over, and one of them slouched over a table, just sort of very, very lightly raises his glass and goes, "Hey!" As you do that and head on up.
Was that the one that was trying to get me to buy him drinks, or one of them?
Might have been.
Okay.
There's a lot of people who have been trying to get us to buy them drinks, and it has been completely successful.
Yeah.
So there was that group that was specifically trying to get me to buy them drinks.
Yeah.
You're a popular group now.
Mm-hmm.
And you are able to head on up. You're going to do an alarm spell.
Yes, and I'm going to make sure, because now I'm drawing a blank.
Uh-oh.
Partially because
Rick
Mom
Beal.
came in. No Rick Bill's there, but we're Gifton and Kara staying in the other room
We're
still.
staying in the other room because it's empty
Yeah.
because Corvus. Oh my god, I can eventually get there. Corvus. Corvus is out in the wagon doing his book stuff, and he's going to research all night. And keep everybody up.
I'm actually still going to set Kara, Gifton, Telday,
Corvus.
Telia, myself, Rick Beal, and Corvus, so they do not turn on, so they don't trigger the alarm.
Okay.
Set
Corvus, now is your
trigger
time
the
to
alarm.
strike.
Yes.
Through just
This noble prince is going to be crossed off the list.
Alright, you are able to finish your ritual setting up of the alarm spell. Talia's getting ready for bed, and unless there's anything you want to do, and I don't mean that, you can settle in for the night. Any pressing issues for you?
Not at this moment.
Okay. Corvus.
What was the
Yes.
sign
The
for?
gentleman attack.
Yes.
You head on out to the Fardo to get a bit more privacy. The bar is getting very loud by the time you sort of decided you wanted to head out and read. And you settle in with a little bit of lantern light to help you read. What list isn't particularly going through? Or is it a different work you want to look through?
He's going to go through the military correspondence first.
Okay, so you start going through the military correspondence, and I take it you're making notes on stuff?
Yeah.
And you start to write down names, who seems to be at what station, who seems to be in control of the correspondence, basically trying to figure out who is actually relevant to this, for the correspondence. And it is starting to become clear that your father had a very high position, maybe higher than you'd expected. There are talks of, seized land, seized, basically holdings that he left behind when he left.
Okay. Is there general locations where these were?
Yes, there are. You don't know the locations yourself, but there are definitely names. There's talk of holdings in. 1 second. Didn't expect to have to pull up my Hexenreich map today.
There's a Hexenreich map?
I mean, no. Of course not.
It's just Germany with the. It's just Germany with the words slashed out and Hexenreich written over top.
And upside down and flipped like blood.
There is talk of his holdings in Ravensburg.
I think you're talking about Norweistheim, Hatman.
Okay.
And there is also mention of holdings in a place called Freising.
Let's see. Okay. And is this more in line with Herr Fischer or Herr Becker?
It comes up in both letters, both correspondences.
Okay.
In fact, it's sort of used as a repeated baiting of, if you return, these would be relinquished to you.
Mm-hmm. So it was like the IRS seizing property until you pay the taxes. Got it.
Not exactly my kind of thinking IRS, but yes, definitely seizing property.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was somebody in exile who's, able to regain their lands.
Yeah, it's basically he has been stripped of land and title essentially, but there is offer of, hey, come back.
Yeah.
You can get this again.
So he was stripped of his title.
Yes, unfortunately,
but they're asking him to come back, and these things would be given back to you.
Unfortunately, there is only reference of your title, not what the title itself was.
Okay.
But yes, you are able to glean a few more bits from this. These letters do seem to be coming from the same place, the Capitol building, the same military building that you knew was the location of a previous quarry of yours.
Mm-hmm. Same floor.
Not the same floor.
Maybe the address.
Yeah. You get the building essentially.
Okay.
But yes, I will give you a few more bits that I don't have immediately.
You can give them to me out of character.
Yes, I will do indeed.
And then...
were there any other things you were going to do?
Well, once he finishes making all these associated notes with the military documents, he'll start going through the gentleman's correspondence.
Yes. Gentleman's correspondence. They are a little stranger. It seems he was approached, as you learned previously. It does seem that he did actually have a small period where he exchanged things with them. Not a lot. It looks like there was some correspondence talking about wanting some more information, promising things in return, and then unfortunately you don't have his side of the letter, so it's hard to tell. But judging by the replies, he must have cut off communication or stopped dealing with them or something like that. Because they suddenly become a lot more pressing, a lot more insistent, and a lot more threatening.
Okay.
Your dad was in some deep shit.
Yeah, it seems like it. Oh, he was in Corvus's memory was almost like a secretary.
Mm-hmm.
He was a secretary who was really fucking smart, but it was just somebody who followed around a noble in Wintercroft. I guess not a servant. There's a term for it.
Paid to camp.
Assistant.
Yeah,
assistant. Yeah, aide de camp. Yeah.
Yes, you are beginning to suspect that he knew how to move through noble circles for a bit more of a reason than just being a good assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but yes, you while away your night reading this. Give me a. I need a investigation check from you, please. That's right.
Just one.
Just the one. Yeah. Okay. As you're sort of digesting what you've been reading and such, going back through letters, looking things over, you're starting to notice something in one of the correspondence in particular. In fact, that's from... Right, it's my Corvus document. Sorry, I am a little unprepared tonight. I did not wake up. Okay, you notice in the correspondence from Herl Becker repeated phrases, repeated words in particular patterns.
Like a building secret cipher or secret message.
Yes, more code.
Oh boy, more fucking codes.
Which,
okay.
You're spending the night on this. Go ahead and give me a straight intelligence check, please. Right, and you start piecing things together already. It's not a particularly complex code. Like, it's not something you think you'd really need a cipher to crack or something. But it looks like there's communication here beyond the official lettering, and you think it's hard to tell.
Do I need to get the lemon juice out?
Yeah, you need to get the lemon juice, see if there's anything more there. You think that this one was trying to get information to your father.
Okay. Herr Becker may be an ally.
Yeah, unfortunately, because you do not have the full correspondence, nor do you have an idea of what they were originally talking about with this cipher, well, these wordings, you don't know what he was trying to inform your father of, but it was clearly a message here for him. Okay.
I love how I can read my own handwriting.
Right, and soon enough, you feel you have to stop working because your eyes become heavy. You start missing words. You vacate half a page without realizing, and then it's like, yes, I have to stop. And you can bed down for the night. Morning comes. There's the sound of the tavern opening up, chairs scraping as they're moved around the flooring, things being tidied up. The sound carries a lot in this place. These rooms aren't exactly separated out from it all.
I'm getting up today. No dreams, then I take it, right?
There were no dreams.
Okay. I wake up when I hear those sounds then because I didn't have to wake up in the middle of the night, and I'm used to these sounds, and I'm pretty sure I'll be yelled at shortly if I don't.
Gifton and Kara are going to try to refuse getting up for as long as brownily possible.
Okay, you will stay in bed for a while.
Wait.
It's not humanly.
But is it? I just want to find. Does that sound like an odd word to anyone else? Brownly?
It should be brownie.
Brownily.
There we go. We'll go with that.
Yes. So we're basically curled up on a pillow with blankets and with the two pseudo dragons going.
And Carrick, you get up and sort of Talia murmurs a bit as you do. She seems to be a pretty heavy sleeper. You're starting to realise.
Let her sleep.
And as you sit up in bed, there it is again. On the table.
Staring at you.
Oh my god, I swear.
The glass dragon.
Gonna pick it up.
As you move over to pick it up, there are carvings on the table where it is sat.
Do I recognize? Is it of language I know?
Yes, it's a language you know. It's ancient Draconic, and it's specifically a symbol you recognise, repeated over and over again.
The one from the bottom.
Yes.
Mom should be so pissed.
And as you get up, and Talia's still sleeping, there is a flicker from the corner of the room.
Ricky.
You see a brief revealing of sort of flame and whirling rings.
I'm gonna, in Enochian, because I know she can't understand that one. If you understand me, bob up and down.
Rickby slowly raises, slowly lowers.
How close is this? Can I feel them with blind sense 10 feet or no?
No, I don't think so from here, no.
When they wake up, actually, I don't even do this. Bob up and down if this is a yes. Did you see this get here?
He bobs up and down.
Did it move on its own?
There is no bobbing.
Okay. Did someone move it?
He bobs up and down.
I move it.
Did someone in this room move it?
He bobs up and down.
Oh. Sleepwalky.
I'm trying. Didn't tell you to move it.
There's no movement.
Did I move it?
He bobs up and down.
Crazy dragon!
Oh, God. Did I carve it into the table?
He bobs up and down.
Did anything happen when I did it?
There is no movement.
Was anything else in here? Did I pick? Yeah, sorry, I worded that badly. Did I take any? Did I move anything else?
There's a pause, and then he sort of bobs slightly.
Was it
You moved
the stuff to get this out of
He
my
bobs
bag?
up and down.
I had a feeling that was it, but I was hopeful.
You might want to clue him in that you don't remember doing this.
I you may want to send this information to Raz and let him know I do not remember doing this.
He bobs up and down.
For Ricky. His communication with Carrie.
He's getting his bobbing up and down steps in.
Yeah, I'm getting his exercise. We can make sure he doesn't become aroused.
That means that carving's actually there, which means you are actually in trouble with your mother.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was going to be like an illusion, and then Ricky was just sitting there watching you stare at nothing. But no, it's actually there.
Oh,
so.
I mean, when he saw it, he's like, I'm going to get in trouble. I already said I'm going to be in trouble with Mom.
Mhm.
Because unfortunately, men can't fix that much, I don't think.
No, because it's separate marks. Oh,
Separate marks, separate
it's multiple
cuts.
times.
Actually, yeah. Damn.
You can't just strike a blade down once. You gotta groove it in.
Just think of it this way: you're gonna leave your mom a lot of money.
Yeah.
Maybe just be like, I wanted to buy this table. Shifty eyes. Don't
Did
look
I
at it.
use a weapon to carve that?
He bobs up and down.
Was it a dagger?
Bobs up and down.
I'm going to look around. Do I see any of my daggers out? Because I wouldn't have left them out.
Yes.
Personally.
See one, but not quite under the bed, slightly under the bed, as if it was dropped and sort of
I'm
landed.
going to pick it up. Actually, it's under the bed. I'm going to mage hand it over because I'm pretty sure that weighs under it.
Yeah. You bring it to your hand.
Now you've ruined it. Your fingerprints are all over it.
Was it this dagger?
He bobs up and down.
Is it actually one of my daggers? Because I'm
It
pretty
is.
sure. Is it the cold iron dagger?
Yeah.
Or is it just okay? This is where this I have one. Remember from when we were doing all this stuff?
No, I know, but
That might be a red herring. I will say that much. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go put that back in my. I'm gonna mage hand that back in my boot. Crap.
Put the last dragon up so that way Telly doesn't see that when she wakes up.
Yeah, I'm gonna. How much does this thing weigh? Does it weigh? Okay, let me change that. Is it small enough to mage hand? Is
No.
it weigh little enough? Okay, so I have to do that by hand. We're gonna go over do that. Did I carve before or after I got the dragon out? Oh wait, I can't say it. Did I carve before I got the dragon out?
Okay. He stays still.
Did I put the dragon on the table before I carved?
Bobs up and down.
Did the dragon look the same as it does now?
There's a bob up and down. And I'm always confused bobbing up and down.
Okay, so obvious. So it wasn't a real dragon at that point. That's a good thing. Crap. God.
Don't think there's much more you can do with it.
Yeah. Thank you, Rick Beal. Okay, so damn it, I have to have tell they actually stay in the room. Because I don't actually GM question.
Yes.
What happens if I'm in an area already, I cast alarm and I do not set myself?
It'll automatically go off.
That's what one
Yeah, I'm
actually let me hit the button just so you
Yeah,
have it right.
please.
I just suddenly was like, I for some reason thought I had
Well, no, you would
tell
have to
earlier.
pass the
Let's
boundary
see.
of the alarm.
Tell you.
Touches or enters the warded area.
Touches or enters the warded area.
I will say my thing, and of course I'm
Mind
technically if I'm warding the room, I'm touching the room.
Yes, so you would set it off.
Okay, so can't use that as a. Thus, I set a smaller area. I cannot set that as a hey, he's sleepwalking.
Mhm.
Okay.
Unless you set it for an area, get the fuck out of it.
Yeah,
Rick
or you
Beal.
set it to an area that you're outside of because you could technically
basically.
target an
Yeah.
area that you're not in.
The big thing would be to set it on something actually, does it?
Set it around the cupboard with the dragon in it.
Yeah, but
Actually, that'd be the thing to put the dragon like in a cupboard or in a room, and then put the room, and just nobody goes in.
And
there.
it's technically an area, doesn't have to cover the entire room, so I could technically do that. Rick
I mean, hell,
Beal,
you could just do it to the cupboard doors. So
yeah. Rick Beal, did you see any magic used?
Rick Bill does not move.
Okay. I don't know how good his sight is, but for that type of stuff, but it's worth a try. Rick Beal, can you see when magic is cast?
Rick Bill bobs up and down.
Can you see magic in effect on people?
Rick Bill bobs slightly.
Okay.
That's a sometimes thing. I will say, if you're gonna do the alarm, you're probably gonna want to do it later.
Oh yeah,
right
no, I've got other. I'm not gonna do it now. I've got. Did you see any? Because I wouldn't have had any. Oh no, I would have had the ring. Damn it! That actually causes the problem.
Yep.
Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a couple things. Okay. Did Talia wake up?
Blackheart.
Yes.
Blackheart.
Yes.
Quick thing.
Yes.
Out of character. I'm going to suggest this into your brain.
Okay.
Take your freaking ring off and ask Ricky if you are currently inhabited by anything else.
Yeah, actually, you would have thought of that.
You would think of this. Do it.
Yeah, character slipped the ring off. Rick Beal, do you see me possessed by anything?
Rick Bill moves backwards. Like in a sudden jolting the moment you take the ring off.
Just slide the ring back on. Rick Beal, did you see something possessing me?
There is a hesitant bobbing.
Rick Beal, should we have a conversation somewhere about what you just saw?
Rick Beal should. Crap. Rick Beal, when. Crap. Actually, at this point, with what he did, and I have never seen him do that.
We need to talk to him.
Yeah, Rick Beal, I need you to talk to Gifton and Care. I do not know if they're awake.
There is a quick bobbing, and Rick Bill goes through the wall.
I'm going to walk over. I'm gonna.
Telday. You see the burning orb of Rick Bill just sort of phasing through the wall that you were guarding, and then
okay, he went out that window,
going through the wall into Gifton and
he went out the door.
Yeah.
Okay, I was concerned that he went just straight through.
Bye, Tilde.
and into Gifton and Care's room.
Yeah.
I'm going to knock lightly on Carrick's door.
I'm going because I was actually going to say I'm in the middle of doing this.
Trying to leave without disturbing Talia.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in luck. When I say she's a heavy sleeper,
Yeah.
you were standing there going Rick Bill, Rick Bill, Rick Bill, and she didn't stir.
I still want, because with the door, I wanted to make sure it did still check.
As you're sort of heading over, trying to very carefully reach out and open the door. Knock, knock, knock.
Is that you, Telday?
It is. Is there a problem?
Slightly, I'm coming
to
out.
the other room, bring Tilde.
And I'm coming out and gonna slowly open the door, step out without shoving Tilde. And then we have Telio thump awake.
A feather falls, and the sound.
No, I can't tell. I'm kind of curious. Carrick's a little curious now. If Telde reacts like we do, or like Gifted does with Rick Beal, because as far as he knows, this hasn't been done yet.
I'd say just take Tilde into the next room. We'll have the conversation.
Come on. I'm guessing Rick Beal's already woken them up if they weren't already awake.
Yeah. So as they are having their conversation, Gifton, You are walking to a Gifton.
Oh, my wings are gone.
It is quite urgent.
What is the matter?
There is something in Carrick.
That's not inaccurate.
And he is asking strange questions. He did not respond to me
Also
last night
not
when he was
inaccurate.
moving.
That doesn't sound good. What's in Carrick?
I do not know.
We can't open the door. It's
I know.
ajar.
I'm just knocking though, because I don't want to
Come
walk
on
in.
in.
Carrick with a knife.
I'm gonna walk in and go, shh, Talia's still asleep. I don't want to know anything yet. And we walk in. Also, tell Dave with me.
Actually, out of curiosity, I probably should have asked this earlier. How loudly would
I
Carrick
would have been.
speaking?
I would have actually been quiet. I
Pretty
would have
quiet.
been. Basically, I would have been quiet, very quiet. And if he didn't seem to respond, if he hadn't responded the first time, I would have talked a little louder. But I would have been trying.
I'm pretty sure
to
he was
not-
whispering a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, all right, the two of you get in here. Just close the door behind you. We left it a little open. Come on.
I'm
All right.
Walk in.
All right.
Cat's sitting up in bed.
Shit.
yeah.
All right, Rick Beale, I give you
So-
permission.
No.
What? But I'll fine.
Babos.
Little lights.
All right. So, fine.
What is going on?
Can you understand him? Okay, Tilde.
Tode, you do not understand the screeching. That is hurting.
Oh, what's
No.
it doing to me right now? Like, is it hurting still, or is something?
It hurts.
It's normal. The
yes.
normal effect.
All
Okay,
right.
that's
All right. Fine.
Me. Hang on.
Yeah. All right.
Rick Beale, I give you permission. And yep, Rick Beale glows and merges into Care. And
Yeah, I'm gonna pinch his cheek the moment he's in.
ow.
So, I guess in the middle of the night, I started carving the draconic symbol into the table in my
It
room.
seems like there's something wrong with you on a great and deep level.
I took the ring off.
Strapping you down.
I hope not.
Not really good if you're getting a knife and you don't know it.
Yes, and
I did try to get your attention.
Yeah, I don't remember any of this.
How did you see? None of my senses are working right. How did you see?
Gonna slide my ring off.
Ricky.
Rick Beale
All right,
slowly backs away again.
Well, care back.
Yes, sort of skittering back across the bed. The movement's a bit jolty. Rick Beale's not used to
Being in a human body or a brownie body
Yeah.
at this point. It's even
Rick Beale's
weirder.
just not
He's
used to
short of the ground.
limbs, even with the recent processions.
Yeah. I am going to cast because I don't have divine sense anymore. I will upcast detect magic again at level 5.
Okay,
I guess I don't know what else to do.
that does not work, unfortunately.
Okay, all right, that does not work. Shit.
What is the problem?
There's something in him.
It's from what I could kind of gather from Rick Beale.
It is like you, but not.
Is it
It
like-
moves as you move.
is it like what we showed you yesterday?
Like the
Does it
dragon.
have 6 eyes?
Yes.
It does not.
Is it like the dragon?
It is not. It is like you.
What's you?
Oh, what if that's the dreamer?
But why would the
Oh,
dreamer have
bloody.
me?
Because you said the dreamer looked like you, right? But not you?
Is it shadowy?
Shadow.
If I remember
No. But
out of character, was it shadowy?
the dreamer was not shadowy, no.
Okay, I couldn't remember for some reason if when he did the clone of me, if it was
Its
shadowy.
eyes are dark and its teeth are sharp. And it reeks of death.
That does sound like an accurate description of something that would be living in the afterlife. The angels.
Yeah. Rick Beale, is you or your master familiar with anything to force a creature out of a living host?
Yes.
All right, 1 second. Augury. Would forcing this out of Carrick in the next 30 minutes, either by Raziel's means or our means, or basically, if we're forcing it out in the next 30 minutes, going to be bad.
Oh, will and woe.
Ugh. Okay, there's good and bad if we do that. That's about all I know.
Rick Beale, when I was talking to you earlier, was it responding any differently?
When you had the ring off.
Was it doing anything reacting specifically to the words I was using compared to now? Because I'm speaking in common, by the way. I should have mentioned that.
No.
Okay, so it's not that.
It's just looking at me.
Oh.
No, it's just looking at you.
Hello? Wave.
Really?
You see me?
It's just smiling. I do not like its smile.
Oh.
I like its smile.
Allie?
Yes?
The only thing I really remember visually the only visual thing I had for the dream was the copy of me, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. We are not equipped to deal with this. Tilde, do you have anything that you can do with this?
I do not.
Get Corvus in here. He's got weird eyes.
Yes, special.
He does.
That
He has
is
weird
something
eyes.
I could attempt.
Could you
You may wish to restrain Carrick.
I'm going to look at Carrick and look at my means and find them wanting. If he does anything, I will hold him magically. Because I can hold person.
I will, out of character, I will note I did not grab anything special. So I don't have my wand or staffs or anything like that. I also don't have boots on,
You've just come in here in your night clothes.
pretty much. Which is good, because I don't have any hidden weapons in those.
I will return as soon as possible.
Right, so
All right, that's good.
you head on down to get to Corvus.
We'll wait.
Yeah.
Dum, 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 dum.
Yeah, Corvus, there's some knocking on the far door.
Go, Vat, come in.
Get up, there's no time, hurry up.
Pick him up and carry.
There's a piece of paper stuck to my face.
It does not matter, come now.
But fine. Do I need anything?
Weapons
Right.
may be a good idea.
Oh.
Hurry.
He'll quickly grab his gear.
Yeah. So you grab your gear, sort of hurry out, following Telday, and as he leads you up to the room, you step into the room. And now that Carrick is not wearing his ring, that's an unfortunate thing.
I get to blame two people.
Your true sight reveals it's very strange. You see Carrick turn his head to face you, and for a brief moment,
There's a delay head.
there's a delayed head, and you can see black eyes, somehow deep abyssal, rather than just these sort of black orbs you have.
Hey, Corvus, I don't know if you can see anything, but
I can see
apparently
it.
there's some. Oh, okay. Well, there's apparently something inside Carrick that is freaking out Ricky.
And
Yeah, it's
Corvus,
that's something.
suddenly it steps out from Carrick, rapidly a few feet towards you, making a swiping motion with its arm.
Rapier and try to block it.
And you realise as you pull your rapier, it's a perfect mimicry of the action you just did. Started slightly before.
He just says a cuss word.
And it just stands there, just a few feet from you, almost exactly between you and Carrick.
Were you swearing in Hex Strike, by the way?
Yeah.
I don't like when he does that.
Corvus, why do you have a weapon out?
I don't like that part either.
Well, the
I'm gonna
entity is
carefully put
mimicking
myself between me and Rick Beal / my husband, protectively.
the entity is mimicking what I am doing in just the
And
few
its
seconds
mouth is
before,
opening as you speak, Corvus.
and it's copying my motions and speech.
And then
Okay.
its arm swipes downward.
Oh no.
Not at you. Seemingly
Yeah,
at a
I
blank
know.
spot in the air. And it looks at you meaningfully.
Insight.
Okay, roll an insight.
It must
You need to make the swipe in the air like it does. Oh, it's from the empty.
Yeah.
That looks an awful lot like the exact motion you make to slice in the air. Let's step through. And then it turns on heel and steps back to Carrick, seemingly taking its place, mimicking his motions again.
Gifton,
Yeah.
Did you pick up the passenger last time?
do you have that that thing that told you good or bad with the statue?
I kind of did it, but it's being really indeterminate about what happens. If you have something, I say go with your gut.
He will slice.
You slice the air, opening up a rift, and you see the entity stepping forward towards it, and then turning, and almost in a sort of mimicking exaggeration, trying to do a flourishing bow as if reaching out its hand for Carrick, as if beckoning for him.
Corvus, are you going somewhere?
No, it asked to go to the place, and now it's bowing to you, Carrick, and holding out its hand. It is outside of you. It was before.
All right, the two of you, the three of you, as it were, go in there. Just go.
Go, Carrick.
Go. No, Corvus, he needs a way out. Go.
I know. I am
I'm going to put the ring in my pocket because right now I don't know
make
what
sure
will
they
happen.
don't do anything stupid. I'm not going in there. I'm pregnant.
I've yet to be able to prevent that.
Well, you haven't been able to perform the pregnancy either. I didn't know you were equipped for that. I hear you be praised.
Actually,
that was the best line of the night, frankly.
I may have missed this. Can I see it both? Can I see it open?
The rift?
From where I'm on the opposite side.
From the opposite side? No, strangely enough.
Okay. Okay.
Right,
Normally we can't. Correct?
Tell Dave,
Yeah.
please stay together. Be okay.
We'll try. I looks down. Don't have. I've got my natural stuff, I guess. Gonna walk around.
Don't.
Go quick. You can't leave that thing open.
I walk around and I'm gonna try to step through
Okay.
because
The usual method of, you guys have to head in before Corvus because it sort of snaps shut behind him.
I will head in right after him, I guess.
Yep.
So,
And you step through
will
Corvus.
head in, shrug at Gifton.
Yep.
I'm
And
gonna give a wave, and as it closes up and they disappear from view, I'm just gonna look over at Kariki.
Mhm.
So, what do you like to do?
I like to watch.
oh my!
And right, you'll step into the empty, and
Empty.
I have a quick question just
Yes.
as it comes up. Because this is an unusual thing and this was out of my control, I just want to make sure all my spell slots are back.
yes, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, it did not interrupt your actual rest.
Okay.
Okay. And as you step into the empty, immediately that familiar sensation of eyes at your back.
Has the other two already stepped through and
Yep.
is the gate's closed, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around.
Okay. Telde, Corvus, you see Carrick turn, and that same inky seeping of the empty surging up around him.
Are we supposed to allow this?
Yes.
It does not seem intelligent.
Nobody ever claims that you are.
Corvus is like, oh, finally someone agrees.
Well, I was told to try and stop them from doing something stupid.
This thing wants to have a conversation, it appears. We want to have a conversation with it. That was the gist of all of our previous discussions about this. Let's see what happens.
You have reversed your stance.
I have come to a
he slashed us up now.
understanding.
Sorry. Okay.
Carrick,
Yes.
there's you standing before you in your night clothes, black eyes and sharp-toothed grin.
It's exactly, I'm guessing, the same
As it was last time, yeah.
Hello again.
Again.
That's right. Time is not a thing to you. I forget that.
I am learning, though.
Have you been in me since last time we spoke?
Sometimes, in part. That is not me, but an aspect.
Of you. Are you understanding more of our existence?
Some difficult to comprehend. The way you move and exist. It is strange.
It can be, yes. Were you the cause of me carving those symbols in the table?
Yes. To tell you and help.
Help how?
To let you know what is happening in your now. And it actually scrunches up its face when it says that, as if trying to figure out that concept itself.
It's kind of like a little baby. Out of character. Not say that in character. I'm not going to get myself killed this way. I'm pretty sure the blessing I still have won't work here. Is it involving whatever is in that dragon? That item that was on...
It is not within the dragon. The glass is just an oculus. A way to see.
Interesting.
I tried to show the now with it, but it was delayed.
Is that one of your daughter's
Yes.
first creations?
My favorite. The one most like me.
Were you in me when when we were attacked by the priest of your daughter?
Yes. Did that happen now?
Not at exactly now. That is in, what are we, a couple weeks out now? I've lost track of travel.
Yes, you are a couple of weeks out from
It's
it.
in the recent past.
Thank you. It's recently passed. Do you know why he attacked?
You struggling to know what they were telling him. I think he was trying to bring you to and he just sort of lifts his arms and gestures around him.
Here.
Or beyond, but that would be beyond him.
Is when you say they are telling him, is it the others, like the one that was seen in the glass?
Yes. Either direct or through their mother. It is hard for me to tell.
Do you know what they are trying to do?
I don't understand it. But I think it is like what I am trying to do.
They're trying to understand.
And they have greater understanding, but they wish for it to be closer, more real.
They want to be back
They
where
were,
were.
I think they want where you are to be with them, or where they are from.
Like where your daughter lives?
No, she is below that. She was given some small measure of connection and used it to reach into the beyond. She plucked them, and they wish to bring her and this to there.
So what we call the stars is not here, but not where we are either.
Yes. The dark night, the blackness you look upon is a veil, and those points of light are beyond it.
Is that where the others like you are?
Yes.
Also?
Although far, far further away. I have not seen another like me in a long time, even before my slumber.
If we ever see one, I will make sure you know of them. I don't know if that's the GM.
That
was in character.
Laughter.
Okay. I was a little concerned there. That's the GM.
Oh, isn't that cute? The gnat's gonna tell me about an airplane.
I mean, I'm teaching him about existence, so.
I thought I would try and warn you. Because I still want to understand, and if they take it all, I can't.
So, you don't think your daughter is doing this with them?
She is not in control. They have taken that from her.
Did they do to her what was done? Oh, crap. Oh, fuck.
You mean the priest?
No. This possibly means he saw Hea. It's all Hea. What was done to the young one we freed?
The small godling.
Yes.
No, she is free, and she is battling what she thinks is in her mind. And you feel it.
She needs help, doesn't she?
What is the help? The help is the warning, yes.
Warning or direct assistance, like when you have seen me battle with my friends.
Yes,
and
that
allies.
is what she needs. That thing you do to each other.
This is where we find out it's actually what gifted character.
The end of continuity. I do not understand this concept still.
That in some ways it would be is a blessing, I believe, but sometimes not. Are all of the first working against her or fighting
working
her?
Against? I do not think they know what they are doing. They are all driven.
Do you know what drives them?
Yes.
What is it?
They want to return and to bring everything with them. Some are angry, others just want...
They want the control that they had when they were still...
Yes.
That can explain a lot. Are they the ones that are affecting the others, like the man that attacked us?
They are affecting her, and in her struggle to contain it, she is spreading it.
Okay.
Then Heya's the one struggling and containing, or is the mother?
No,
Morgani.
Morgani. Okay.
It got confused there for a moment.
I got confused there, yeah.
It got confusing for a minute there because Carrick briefly veered onto Heya, but no, it's Morgani.
Yeah, because I
was wondering if Morgani was imprisoned.
That's what I was trying to figure out, and I was trying to edge around Heya because I don't know how much they know, and I don't want to give too much.
It's been with you for all of that.
Is approaching far more quickly than the others.
Was that the one that was seen through the glass?
I feared that back then it knew I was helping you now. And it has hastened it.
Were you the one speaking through that glass?
I have tried.
It worked a couple times, so that's a good thing to know.
I don't appreciate him trying to breathe fake radiant fire on me.
No, that out of character, that was the actual one. Remember you said it was an Oculus.
Oh.
So
yeah, you're seeing through it.
Nice.
Would if Gifton, the small one that travels with me that saw it, if she would have continued, would that have hurt her?
No, the Oculus would have been destroyed. I do not think the then could hurt her in the now, but I don't understand.
What would happen if that was destroyed?
You would not be able to see. And so I would not have something like them to focus through to so easily talk.
So we can use it as a warning, and so can you.
Yes, they are like me in some ways, and our means are similar.
Can they use it like you do to contact me?
If they are aware, which I believe one now is.
Is there any way to keep... Can it do what you do to me, if it is aware?
I do not know, but as I am in you, I would know if it did.
And would you be able to warn or stop it? Warn me or stop it?
Don't know. I should know now. And it frowns again. But I don't, because it has not happened. It is vexing.
Okay. I'll have to keep an eye out for that then. Is there other Oculuses?
No, I saw that one and thought it would be fitting as in their image.
Oh.
So are you the one that put the...
Am I?
Were you the one that put the mark on it?
No. I must remember to make sure he does.
He?
The one who has made the Oculus.
Did you cause him to make it?
I will, yes.
Oh, I'm stuff.
Yeah, well, it exists outside time, so
Yeah,
it's
so-
do it at some point, right?
Okay.
We live really weird lives for it.
Is there a way another Oculus could be made if needed to prevent them from using this against us?
You wish for another?
Not yet.
Yet.
Not now. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper in your ear briefly. Hear my sweet nothings. Okay. He's warning you that there is a big fucking murder dragon from space coming, who wants to kill us all and drag us back as its horde into the great land beyond space-time. We need to know: is there anything we have that could stop a great space murder
that's
dragon?
on the list.
I'm just saying,
also...
priority, please.
Well, make
another glass statue with more appropriate wing structure.
the thought here is, if we get rid of this one and have a new one he can use, that the dragon can't.
Yeah, but that's probably the dragon that's using it right now. So we need to take out that dragon. Probably.
And we need to keep an eye on that dragon through that.
That's the other thing.
So I'd say worry about what we should be doing to prepare for the dragon coming, because holy murder space dragon.
It's basically giving us a thing where we have something that it didn't realize we can use to kind of keep tabs on it, and that's all in our court currently.
So if he's got any other tools, this would be great. Like, ask him if he's got a shotgun from space.
Do you have a space shotgun? Is there anything we can do to deal with it when it arrives?
Yes. She plucked them from beyond and made them into things of this realm. They are made of this, and it sort of very disdainfully pinches its own flesh.
I didn't notice my cheeks were that pinchable.
You can cut, burn, and those things that you do to each other.
Can we do anything to prevent it from being able to get here?
Do you have the capability of going into the black?
Only where we are now.
If you cannot meet it above this plane, then no.
So once it's here, it's flesh and blood and can be dealt with.
Yes, although very strong flesh and blood.
Special things to deal with it, or just
special?
Like us? Stuff that we do not have currently, or looks at the ring that he's sitting in his pocket. The things that we carry that seem unique among us.
Yes, these should harm it, although I am sure there is something greater out there. In fact, I have made sure there is something greater out there. because after we are done, I knew you would need it.
Do you know where it is?
Where you live, or will live, have lived.
Where this all began for us, our little group, and where we're going.
The beginning is the burning that is not the place. The new life and activity is the place.
Something at Beacon. Will this be...
Which means it's a good thing Beacon's established, because he's had to be there to see it.
Yep. Is this something that will be obvious when we see it and find it?
I would not put it somewhere you did not find it.
Okay, that's
Real
good
big
to know.
fucking stick.
Walk in there. There's just this thing sticking out of the ground.
It's the sword of the stone.
No, it's the sword. And
I'm not sure where I will put it, but once you find it, I'll know where I put it.
pretty much. It's like the forgetful wizard.
It gets there exactly when I mean it to sometimes.
I fear that we will be done soon, or I will be devouring your friends.
I would prefer us not to.
I do not mean to. It is just what I am.
I understand. I will speak to you again soon on hopefully less dire notes.
Soon, perhaps.
We will speak again, though.
Yes.
Oh, you look like corn dog.
I will not be in you after this.
Can you not because of what it's doing?
It's because you are here.
But when I leave, you would be able to return.
I do not.
Okay. So, but you will still be able to communicate through the Oculus.
I will see.
Thank you for your help. You truly are.
Now, yes,
to
the
understand.
help you said. I understand.
You truly are beginning and understanding.
You will help me in turn. Yes.
Yes.
Good.
A strange mark appears on your hand. It burns briefly.
Deal.
God damn that again.
I await that day. It is a novel concept.
It's good to hear. I probably should take my leave before
You see
the other two.
your tongue on its face running across its lips.
Your friends are delicious.
I am going to give it a wave and turn around.
Okay.
Run while you can.
Corvus. Tell me.
Yes.
Carrick has been like this for a little bit now, which it did not take long last time.
Well, Corvus was paused
Yes.
last
This is
time
more
as well,
of a tell
so,
day.
yeah.
Should we stop him at some point? It is taking longer than previously.
Only one more question. Sorry, couldn't skip it.
Slap him. All right. To both of us, or
Yeah, both of you.
Corvus will.
Oh, you will. Okay.
One more question.
Yes.
Sorry. No. from the Razzie helmet. Sorry, I couldn't skip it.
this seems unwise.
You turn around, Corvus. The inky blackness does not take you. Instead, what you see is the darkness moving behind you. Well, now in front of you, you've turned. But it is maws and teeth and tendrils approaching. Far more distinct now with your new eyes. Seemingly immense beings of decayed, rotting flesh melding through each other. And one in particular is reaching out for you. It's massive. It's not such much as a hand, more as a lot of tendrils melded together to create a grasping appendage. And there are hungry maws within it.
And one of those maws is licking its teeth.
Someone's
And
played too much
Carrick comes
Terrain
round.
Land. Okay, we get out now.
Going to grab, just reach back toward where Corvus was and grab and pull him.
Is he facing me, by the way?
No, Corvus is at the back of the pack. So
Okay,
he's facing far back.
I kind of glance over my shoulder. Can I see what's going on?
Yes, you can.
Oh, no. Why would you glance over your shoulder?
Glanced over my shoulder. I didn't turn.
Yes, looking back works better.
I'm going to turn him back around. I'm going to try.
Unfortunately, that is still reaching out. Corvus, are you doing anything?
The grasping appendage that is coming forward.
Very rapidly.
Very rapidly. Okay. I have two things. I don't know if cutting in front of the thing would be wise. But cutting behind or cutting away from it means that it can see the tear as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we've already established that the tear cannot be seen from one side. It's the side that it is cut on.
Yeah, but it was established for somebody who wasn't you because did Carrick say he couldn't see it?
Well, we had already tested it previously too, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I will say this much, because your character is very scientifically minded. I'm guessing Corvus should also think of the fact of we know it works out there. We don't know anything about how anything works in here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And you have like seconds to think.
Yeah.
I know.
You also need to figure out where you're going.
This is out of character. I'm just trying to process.
But I will urge it. What are you going to do?
He is going to unsheath, turn, slice, and
What is your destination in mind? Or do you have one in mind?
I don't think they had a destination when he originally sliced, and that's what he needed, right? Because usually you're walking towards a point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
So
I'm
this
asking,
is,
do you have a
chaos.
destination in mind right now, or are you just blindly slashing?
I'm going to go to Tarnstead.
Okay, so you immediately think Tarnstead as a cool home.
I don't want to. If anything happens, I don't want these things to be coming out in.
Yeah, what I'm really afraid of is you're accidentally going to leave two people stranded in this empty when you try to go through.
So what I need is an intelligence check from Corvus and a dexterity saving throw from all three of you. Strange enough, Tilde, you have advantage.
Huh. Okay. All right, it's on toggle. That's why.
I am going to use my inspiration on this just as a precaution.
That's probably not a bad plan.
Ooh,
Yeah.
not the best rolls there.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. Intelligence check and dex save.
Yeah.
yep.
Okay. Okay. Right. So, you open up the tear. Tilde and Carrick, you leap through. Corvus, you go to leap through, and there is suddenly a searing pain down your back as you feel something bite as you jump through the portal. The rift closing behind you as you all land in this pit known as Tarnstead.
This is
It's actually not gone that
Tarnstead.
long, Ricky. It's usually like a minute, and that's about it.
I'm going to examine.
Corvus, you take
his
27 points of
injury.
necrotic damage.
Oh!
At least
That
necrotic's not as bad as it used to be.
Oh, I see them now.
Stay still.
No,
I must examine your wound.
Oh,
That-
for fuck's sake.
Um,
This would be easier if you allow me to use magic.
Just do it.
I need to not talk to him that long next time.
Yeah, this thing was literally right on top of us.
The thing is kind of him.
Yeah, I
guess.
understand that. Yeah,
He said that I should get going, or
it's
he,
part of
have to
part of
eat
his
you.
more conscious aspect and less of his hunger, I guess.
I'm guessing people can only stand around so long before he has to add them to what is there, maybe.
Makes sense.
But so that thing Gifton found is coming.
Yeah. 20 points of healing.
Yeah.
I think. Yes.
No.
No?
I was just
No.
I don't know what that's some. That's
Oh,
the dual, like,
type,
The same
18.
type shouldn't be on.
Okay,
Yeah.
18 points of healing.
Yeah.
because he's off. He's only using weapon one hand. He heals better. I like that mechanic.
I
Corvus,
feel like that's actually wrong.
take 18 points of healing and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. Healing hurts, guys.
Don't make me. Oh man, I have no way to reach any of you because I don't have a sending stone to a single one of you. Telday's the only one that can do sending down there.
Do
Oh! Oh!
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you're healed for 18 points of healing.
Okay.
All right, I am going to. Wow, I thought I actually had that, but I guess not. I am going to roll a medicine check just to see how bad his wound appears to
Okay,
be.
so it basically looks like some teeth scored down his back. It wasn't a full chomp so much as just, one side of a jaw scraping down. Definitely peeled away some flesh. Definitely cut into musculature, but your healing has fixed that. There's still a bit of bloody, scarring, very tender raw, a couple of scrapes still visible, but definitely healed up.
It
That
appears that
thing-
you will survive.
That really does not feel well. How do you stand that? Ugh.
Quite easily.
Well,
And-
you don't.
What? Wait.
It's like everything just stitches itself back together instantly.
And as Corvus is
almost
complaining about
as
healing
painful.
once more, we're going to go over to Wyndon.
Right, bye.
Smash cut.
Cassiopeia, Argy,
Yes.
pleasant morning. You've had a very nice breakfast. Some of the best eggs you've ever had. Turns out they're duck eggs. Very rich, very nice. Just served with some very, very nice bread for dipping.
Fantastic. Feels like it's gonna be a good day, huh, Cass?
Cass looks over at him or over at RG and just goes, "You just had to curse us, didn't you?"
That will be fine.
Cass sits there and waits for a second for the explosion to occur.
See, fine.
You jump at the sight, Tink, of a cup being set down as Argy's grandfather looks over and he goes, "Oh, nothing bad will happen here. This."
RG's keeping any comments she can make on that one to herself. Like, oh, I treat something bad out here, don't you worry.
You're more than safe in my grounds, don't you worry.
Oh, your grounds are wonderful. It's what's going on outside that worries me.
What's going on outside always worries me. I understand.
I mean, knowing our luck, one of the people we were with probably burned that in down to the ground, or someone came for him, or who knows what. Just can't be life nowadays.
I
Cass
don't
just
envy
stops
it.
and goes, Michael showed up unexpectedly, and I'm not there.
Michael?
Family friend.
Ah. Troublesome family friend.
Kind of a little bit of an anger issue.
My sympathies. My brother was always a disruption whenever he turned up.
Fucking-
That's because his message is being typed in Tarnstead.
But yes, you're able to have a sort of pleasant breakfast, and soon enough you can head on out to take care of things.
Grab another good big hug
Yeah.
in that, and
I look forward to seeing you again soon.
I'll make sure that we grab you when we're in Dolphin. Don't worry.
Yes, please do. And give my regards to the rest of your friends, please.
I absolutely will. Love you, Grandpa.
Love you too. And he squeezes you again. And soon enough you're able to head out into town. What would you guys like to do?
Cass has a list of people who can scry. She's making a checklist of things that need to be done.
Okay.
Very quickly, and she's like, okay, first stop, bank.
I need to get our money, right?
I need to get a signet, because apparently that's an issue.
Probably, yeah. Money. Withdrawal,
Yes.
whatever.
And
So, yeah, let's go there.
Alright. And Cass is going to trot over to the bank with RG in tow.
Okay, you guys head on over to the bank. You're able to get some very good attention. Someone very high up comes to tend to your needs because you have dealt with a lot of money with them. And yes, they are able to actually give you a little guide on how to go about this. Unfortunately, this isn't the kind of system where you give somebody a note and they can go cash it in from way out. There are trusted people in the city who have bank notes, essentially. But once you start going beyond, the system isn't that highly supported. It's a little more localized. Most people will send out couriers to actually deliver money and goods.
Okay. So then Cass is just going to need to carry a bit more money with her then, for the time being. Can I be heard?
Yep.
Actually, I think you could probably get sending stones and have it set up with a courier or two.
Yeah, but we're going to be out in the boonies for a while, so...
I mean, that would be why I said sending stone.
I'll be honest. I took like a ton of plat with me when I left because I knew we were going to be out in the boonies for at least a year, and I figured it was just easier to have a lot of money to be able to hand out, especially low coins. And you carry so much. Why are you worried?
I mean, technically, I could carry all the money I have, and it wouldn't really affect my weight.
Especially since you have a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, take like 10,000 gold with you, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Cass will extract
Mom,
about 20,000.
the sort of bank teller addresses you. Might I suggest something?
Yes.
Coinage is good to carry as well, but if you are going to be dealing within higher circles, might I recommend precious gems?
Gems?
They tend to be worth far more than the equivalent weight in coinage. And if you're dealing in higher circles, most will be able to authenticate and, well, deal with them lustily.
That's a good point. I think Carrick did that before.
Yeah, it's just I'm not too familiar with gems.
Oh, well,
might be able to get
We
Carrick
have
to
someone
do
who
that.
is.
And within the city, Mom, I can recommend you some very well trusted friends of the bank. You are one of our priorities, of course.
Cass actually had that eyebrow go up. Priority, huh? Okay.
You guys are dealing with a lot of money.
Okay, I'll take
Thrown in much of coin.
Please. And he actually reaches beneath his desk and pulls out a very well embroidered card.
He has it prepared.
The address is on the card, and you show them this, they will know that this is serious dealings. And of course, between us and them, you can arrange what you wish. We will handle the transfer of money.
Thank you.
Is there anything else I can help you with, my ladies?
That should be everything, at least on my end. I don't really have anything to do.
In that case, you can collect whatever of your coinage you wish, and I bid you good day.
Thank you.
And he snaps his fingers at basically the boy he has escorting you to your your own personal forts that you essentially have here, and you can draw out whatever amount of money you want to.
Cass will pull out about 20k in platinum gold.
They're just pulling up roughly the same.
And then she's going to look at the checklist.
Actually, it's like 50 on the
Think about
anyways.
what time it is. Okay. Okay, we go visit the gem guys, and then we hit the mages.
I've got a couple things I need to take care of in town, so if you want to split up for a bit, we can probably meet back up.
Oh, what do you need to do?
I need to evidently find a book on pseudo-dragon mating for Gifton.
Oh. Okay.
And also, Carrick wants some of those pastries from the shop for Italia.
Why don't we meet up there? What time is it in a day right now?
It's early morning. You guys had a relaxed breakfast. I'll say it is about 9 a.m.
Why don't we try to meet up there about noon or 1?
Sounds good.
Okay. And Cass is going to trot off.
You both split up. RG, what's your first stop? Library?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you hit the library and there's good old frowny face at the desk as you come in. But he actually stands and gives a sort of curt nod to you and goes, your ladyship.
Hello, I was hoping to find a book on, this is going to really sound weird, but the mating habits of pseudo-dragons.
There is the ever so slight quirk of an eyebrow, but he just nods and goes, floor free, third aisle. Row 2B.
Okay, thank you.
Are you in the library?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, and you are able to head on up there
We're
and
going to get a book!
go into the designated section. It takes you a minute to find it, but yeah, there is a book on the lives and habits of pseudo dragons.
Okay, she's going to take it, flick through a bit, just make sure that there's that information in there. She doesn't know what she's looking for.
There is an entire section on pseudo dragon courtship, breeding, mating, gestation, rearing of young.
Yeah, just put that in a pocket and leave. Just don't say anything.
This
Don't
seems like
even show them your library card.
it seems like quite the work of passion. In fact, this is very, very in depth.
Mhm.
So written by
Disturbingly
a famous
so in some
dragon-
sections.
Was it written by a famous?
Like, this is a little more than I was thinking on. Okay. And she's actually going to go down. It's like, is it okay to borrow this for a bit, or do I need to pay, or do I need to go find a book at the store, or?
You can see a brief gritting of teeth. Your patronage here it allows you to take books out. Please return it within a couple of weeks.
Of course. I'll
The
make
best
sure we don't-
part is
Here, sign. And he actually pulls out a ledger.
She'll date out and sign RG Alira.
the best part about this is when Lady Gentle finds out that RG's the one that took a book. RG the one that pretty much wants to put ketchup on the pages.
Mhm.
She's going to cry.
Yeah. What did I do? Why did I offer them all this? Please
she'll
be
take
careful with the book, ma'am.
And she'll actually take it and carefully put it in one of the side pockets of the haversack.
Okay. And he sits back down, putting the book, big signage book back beneath his desk. Is that all, Mom?
That is, thank you.
And good day to you.
Good day to you as well. And you'll go.
Yeah. You can almost feel the seething as you leave. Alright.
She did her best to kind of smile and stay polite.
Cassie, You go to one of the addresses you were given, and upon knocking on the door, because it seems to be closed, there's definitely activity in there, but you try the door, does not open up.
This is the mage or the gem?
This is mage, although did you want to do gem first?
Gem first, because...
Okay. Gem
It's
first is a
gonna
lot easier. You are able to go to this recommended jewelers, and oh my god, this is a fancy place. They do not seem to deal so much in jewelry itself, but there are a lot of precious gems in here, and some other rare materials. It looks like you can see cabinets with what looks to be ore and some woods and such in them.
Okay. Well, Cass understands woods,
Yeah.
so...
Yes, you are easily able to exchange up to a 10,000 gem piece.
Okay, so 18,000 gold into gems.
18,000 golden gems. Any particular way you want to split this up?
Not really.
Okay, in that case, you can take this all in diamond. You can get one 10,000 gold diamond.
Okay.
And then you can get two more that are worth 4,000 gold pieces.
Okay. Then
This is one hell of a rock.
So 10k.
Wait, did you say 10,000?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Shifty eyes.
Garrett's like, need it.
No, I'm shifty eyeing because the Star Reaping was a 5k.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't a rock. This isn't a stone or a gem. This is a very sharp rock.
Yeah, when I say rock, I mean big.
Do you really want that big of a
take
denomination,
it.
though? Because, Toby, you can only use that to pay 10k to somebody. It's not like you're going to give somebody a 10k diamond and they're going to give you change.
It's a hell of a tip.
Come on, I want to offload a gigantic diamond on someone. It would be funny.
Carrick would have bought it. But he would have made it into a ring.
How? Wait, is it going to be a ring for a dragon?
Yeah.
Grandma.
Grandma.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Well, it's 10k worth of gold, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it right now. But yes, this is Cass's first adventure with gems.
This is Cass's first experience with, oh, I'm doing the smart thing. I'm going to turn it all into gems.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn it into the highest denominations possible, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Cass and gems. She doesn't know any better right now, so that's what she's doing.
Okay. You're able to do that, and then head off to find this major place. Which is a rather unassuming little, more of a house than a shop front, really. There's just like a simple sign out front, showing a sort of wizard's hat and wand on it. And you knock on the door, and after a moment, a somewhat middle-aged human man appears, sporting an almost too stereotypical image of a wizard's beard, wearing a wide-brimmed hat, pointy robes with stars on them.
I shall call him Star Swirl.
And he opens up the door and goes, can I help you?
Yes, you actually came relatively highly recommended as a excellent scryer.
Scrying? Yes, I can do scrying. You're looking for service, yes?
Yes, I am.
Please, come on in then.
And Cass will walk in, treading very carefully.
Yeah, and you head on in, and it's a little cluttered in here. This is definitely more of a living room than a storefront. There are sort of books piled up, some leaning quite dangerously in towers. There is a very heavily coffee-stained table in the middle of the room. Just a little round one, has what looks like to be a crystal ball on it. And there are drapes and tapestries around that just have random star signs on them. Lots of very mystical looking things. Little hanging symbols from the ceiling.
Just magey.
Very magey.
Okay.
So such magey, you've never seen a mage like this. Every mage you've ever met has been military or just very commonplace. This is a true wizard.
I resent that.
Garrick.
This is
Garrick's
wizardry
very
you read about in
commonplace,
books,
sir.
Cass. It's impressive.
Because he has his rod, his was it staff and wizard hat, robe and wizard hat. That's the word.
He does have.
Yeah. So Cass is actually kind of impressed. So I need you to see if you can possibly track someone down for me if they're still alive.
Oh, yes, I can do such things quite easily. Your name, please.
I'm Caspia Steelshot.
Caspius Steelshot. Oh, I am Igron the Magnanimous. Magnificent. Yes. And magnanimous.
Well,
What a magnetic personality.
And
Well,
he
it is-
is posing as if this is a big deal.
well, it is good to meet you. I'm looking actually more for a group rather than one, but one will probably lead me to the group.
If they're together, I can find a group, perhaps, but one is generally easier.
Then we will shall start with that.
Then please take a seat in my mystical arcanum. He gestures at the rather downtrodden sofa, and then he looks at your lower body, and his hand moves ever so slightly to the bare floor beside it.
And Cass will sit down.
And he will actually sit across from you on a stool that is wooden. Looks like it has stars a little crudely carved into it, painted silver in places, although that is flaking off. And he rubs his hands together, he sits across from you and goes, right, my service fees.
Okay.
To find somebody, the very attempt itself, it's quite intensive. And I'm afraid I must charge a hefty sum for just the attempt.
Cass is locking eyes with him.
Mhm.
Okay.
It'll be 5,000 gold. But I can see that you are a lady of stature and clear, distinguished wealth.
Cass is reaching into her bag and
Just slam down your 10,000 diamond and say, "Cry for two."
no, she's going to pull out the one of the 4Ks. Well, as this is a first meeting and there's no guarantee that we'll find him, 4K.
All right. And he just takes the diamond, putting it across the table, and he then sort of rubs his hands together again, and then he starts licking his fingertips, and he leans in forward and pauses over the crystal ball, and then his eyes glance up at you. Well?
We're looking for my little brother, Cirrus Steelshot.
Cirrus Steelshot. You have a picture of him or one of his possessions?
And Cass is actually going to dig through her bag and look for anything she might have of his.
Right, give me a little bit of a retrospective investigation check, Cass.
Which change that back. That
Use your inspiration.
one inspiration.
Use your power.
You
Oh wait,
the
I have that. Do we still have that
No,
automatic pass?
those are gone.
Nope, those were for that session only.
So investigate.
Do we have any in party loot? Yeah, there's still one in. Oh, never mind. You're old already.
You have a belt buckle that you think might have belonged to him.
Well, one way or another, it might work for someone.
Okay.
And she'll put down the belt buckle.
Right, okay. And he reaches out and touches that. His other hand still moving over his wall. Right, can you describe him to me in depth, please?
Well, it's been at least 12 years since I last saw him, but scrawny, knobbly, and she's going to try and describe how she remembers him.
Okay. As you're describing this rather old image of him, as you in fact stated to him, he looks at you and Catherine goes, "You understand? No refunds for the attempt, yes?"
That's fine.
Okay, good. Right. I suppose you have a lock of hair or anything like that.
The only thing I have that I absolutely know for certain that came from my family, and she's going to pull out the mother Serendipity's Orland icon.
Mm-hmm.
If he was anywhere near anyone, it would have been near Mother. And she puts it down. Mother's dead.
I'm afraid.
But he might have been near.
No, I'm afraid it's more dealing with where he is now. But I'll try and work with what we have. And he he actually starts to chant a lot of arcane words. This has to be the longest spell casting you've
It's like 10 minutes.
ever seen, Cass. Yeah, this goes on for a good 20 minutes.
Oh my.
And man, you've heard some arcane words, and there is a whole slew of new ones in here. He seems to stumble a couple of times, as if trying to recall words. But he then
refrains from mentioning that necktie is probably not a magic word.
Yep. Glad to Ferrata nectar.
How you cast magic missile?
But eventually, the scrying ball glows and must make
Yeah, you gotta make a scry check.
Yep.
How do I make a scry check?
He does.
Yep, he's doing it.
Yes, he gets bonuses and negatives based on how familiar and how close things are.
Description and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's D100, isn't it?
The save goes up. So right now it's what, +5 for second hand.
Yep.
I don't know if any of the things actually counted.
If the possession is correct, that's a
it's
-4.
-10.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
No,
Yeah,
the
it'd be
-10 for an actual
yeah.
body part.
Yeah.
Yeah, so -4 potentially.
Yep.
And it is basically your brother's wisdom save, if he's still alive, to do so. Against the wizard spellcasting DC. And you see the wizard frowning a little bit, seeming trying to focus. And then he goes, oh, here we go. I see something. It's your brother lives somewhere tropical.
Tropical?
Yeah, there's sand and trees. And yes, what's that he's moving by? A ship? A shipwreck?
He's by a shipwreck?
I don't know, it's not like any ship I've ever seen, but it's on a beach.
And Cass is making note of this. What do the trees look like?
Not like a tree I've seen before. They're strangely curved. They look almost like scaly. And there's great big leaves at the top. He's throwing a rock at something on the tree. He's trying to hit these little brown bits.
Coconuts. He started kicking the tree.
Oh no, he's got one. Yeah, he's knocked something down from it. Maybe a hive of some sort.
Okay, so he is alive. Excellent. And then Cass is looking at the mage. Can you send a message to him?
I mean, yes. I've got enough of his appearance here. I think I could get it through.
And if you would, just tell him that we have found him and we will come for him. Cass.
Okay,
Let him know
that's
that he can respond.
that's another 500 gold pieces, and you've already taken
Cass is
1,000
going to
off.
set down the other 4K gem.
I don't think I have change for this.
I'm not asking for change.
Oh, okay. If you would like to compose a longer message, I can do multiple sendings.
If he knows, ask if you can let him know if he knows where he is, or if he knows what star constellations he's by. We can try and get to him, but it may take a little while, but we will come for him. And if anyone else survived, have him try to gather them.
Okay. Yes. I will do. Okay. 1 second. Let me get the quill.
Yay! Cass found her brother.
And that is where we're going to end the session for this week.
No!
Yay!
No, we can go on a little longer if you want, but
Yay.
he does go and fetch a quill, and he actually seems to be trying to compose your message himself.
You gave a good tip, so yeah.
Yep. Right, okay. A moment, please.
Fuck you, sis. No, it's
And you can see him sort of mumbling to himself as he's double checking his message.
sad thing is I'm gonna have to turn around and do the same goddamn scry check if we're gonna get out there.
Yeah, but we are going to snap on back to Brownie and Co.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, they've not reappeared.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking around a little worriedly. I might need to scry on. Oh, hey, I think that I'm gonna grab Kare's hand. Look, baby's kicking. Oh, you're not Care. Oh, sorry about that.
Hey, enjoy this.
Oh, okay. So okay. I'm gonna try and see if I can see where they are because I'm getting worried. I don't know about you, but I'm worried. They should have been back.
I am not
right?
worried.
You aren't?
No,
Why aren't you worried?
I do not worry.
Oh. Okay. Well.
Should I worry?
I don't know. It's a scary place over there. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna flare out the wings and shit because I have to go full druid for this, so I don't have to use the focus.
Yep.
So I'm gonna flare out the wings and do the whole glowy thing really quick. Since it's concentration based, I'm going to activate my concentration form, and I will get a spiraled light unicorn horn from this one.
That is unusual.
Yay. Oh, yeah, that's new. Okay, so I'm scrying on my friends. The DC versus
Who are you picking to scry on?
I pick Corvus.
Pick Corvus?
I pick Corvus because I know better to do Carrot because his ring fucks everything.
Although last time you did know, and he technically
Okay,
still
so
bit on
you know
that.
the target well. So that's a -5. Do you have any possessions of Corvuses?
His eye, no.
Technically, I'm in the room Corvus was staying in.
Yep. And most of Corvus' stuff is here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab a possession.
Okay. All right. You pick up one of his books.
Well,
right,
I sit on one of his books.
Yes. Corvus, make me a wisdom saving throw, please. -9.
Oh,
There
no.
was a
I thought
thing.
maybe because she sat on a book.
Yes, you feel this.
Oh, it's only if the target knows you're casting.
Yes.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Do this. Wisdom saving throw. Boop. No, that didn't work.
That didn't work.
Right, so you rolled a 20, I believe.
You rolled a 19, actually, plus 1. So, yes, 20.
Yeah.
My DC is a 17, but with the
Right,
minus 9.
Yep, so
11.
Corvus fails, and you can see Corvus and his surroundings, which I believe people are close
Is the
enough.
pit. Why are they back in Tarnstead?
Ugh. Really, that
Rick Beale, they're back
doesn't
in.
feel very good. All that.
Rick Beale, they're at the bottom of the
muscle
hole in
and skin
Tarnstead.
Why?
knitting back together.
I don't know. I just see Corvus and them standing around there.
Can you hear? Or just see.
Like,
I'm just curious.
I don't know if I can hear them.
Let's see. You can see and hear.
You can see and hear.
Yeah. They're doing stuff.
And
Shit, I don't have any way to reach them. I didn't.
That's
give
a
them
lot
any
of bad
stones.
news that we got, but good news. So,
Well, the bad thing was the thing coming at us. I thought maybe if there was any
Something went after
outflow,
them.
yeah, less.
then
I
it wouldn't
will.
affect when to
I will
off.
Very
talk to them
complicated
less.
conversation.
I'll talk to him shorter next time, so he doesn't try to eat you.
Yes.
Do they have the means of
How
return?
did you contact Gifton in
Yeah,
order
Yes.
they have a way to
get
get
Tell
back.
Day, could you send
Yes.
Gifton? Do you have that? You did that before.
You don't think Raz could go
Yes.
get him? Could he?
Yes, the master
Hey,
could.
contact
Why don't you
Gifton.
have? Why don't you tell
Get
Raz to
her
go
to
get
tell
him?
us
And
that
then,
we're safe,
that
but
might be
in
the better move.
Tarnstead, we can probably camp
moment,
for the
please.
night if needed.
All right. You tell him they're right at the bottom of the pit where I went in the hole.
I mean, if time doesn't really pass there,
All right. Tell Day sending me.
you may not. You probably won't get attacked as long as we just go through.
We could probably go through now.
But I'd also be worried with time because time seems really weird. Like now,
Talking about
then
ripping
really,
a hole into the empty
He's asking,
again. I don't really-
why is he your taxi boy? Don't you all have means of traveling very far?
We're deciding this.
Tell him I'm very pregnant. Does he want to stress me out?
He says he will have them as soon as he can get away from the meeting.
I thought he was taking the morning off.
Do you say
He
that?
says he does not want to talk about this.
No. I do not need to say this.
I mean, we could
Alright.
just.
So,
I get my sending.
yeah, you get your sending.
I am
All
feeling.
right, so Tell Day says, Gifton, Corvus messed up badly. Took us a turn. Said, can you please pick us up? Tell Day, Ricky and I just talked. Raz is coming to get you in a few minutes when he gets out of a meeting. I need to go get the people in Winden.
Out of character question: what's the weather?
The weather's a bit chilly, but fair. Like, it's a light breeze, but no, it's not particularly
My
overcast or
last
anything.
words
Can I borrow-
are you okay? I'm scrying.
Could I borrow someone's cloak?
Yeah, just doing your night clothes.
Looking over at Corvus because
He doesn't wear
Tell Dave you
anything.
make
Tell Day.
I'll reach into my bag and just hand over a costume.
So Tell, did you get my message?
Yes.
That I'm scrying and that Raziel's on the way?
Strangely enough,
Yep.
for he's supposed to be in a meeting. He's supposed to have to wait. You hear a distant sort of strange fluttering sound, and you can actually see him up on a ridge, looking down at you all. Before he vanishes from that and appears right beside you all.
No.
Was the clothes that were
Hey, I
handed to
can
me
see
the
Raz.
dress? Was handed to me the dress.
No, I handed you the other costume.
Hey,
What is the other costume? I'm actually curious because I want to know how silly it'll look when I put this on because he's putting it on. Honestly, for the dress he probably
Let me
likes gold.
check really quickly. 1 second.
Rolls a multicolored wig.
yeah, Gifton. He is not in uniform. That meeting thing might have been a lie.
He was lying about the meeting,
Raz.
wasn't he, Ricky?
Why?
Oh yes, he had
yeah.
no meeting today.
Oh yeah, it's a jester costume.
Multicolored wig.
Okay. He's not putting the wig on, but he's putting the rest of it on. He doesn't care.
Does it have
I
bells
mean,
on the feet?
Oh, it kicked
Yes.
again. Did you feel that, Rick?
If need be, I'll find what I wore to my
This is
uncle's
delightful.
wedding, and I'll link you that. But
Are you excited to be an uncle?
Roselle,
I will be
why
an
are you
uncle.
here?
Yeah.
Gifton has called upon my amazing, marvelous, magical abilities of making you all travel very far. What are you doing out here?
I can literally do that.
I said
It is
much the same thing.
inadvisable if you attempt the same thing, given your previous attempt.
I think that it's okay due to the time things there. It doesn't
But
flow.
I will
I
say
was
one thing.
informed that I should prevent you both from doing something stupid.
Now,
You have
I am
both
a
done
very
multiple
busy man,
stupid
so why
things
don't you
within
all
that
argue about
time.
this after I have dropped you off?
Yes, please, it's cold.
And he holds his hands out.
I'm gonna take him. You go. If
What
you
are you
can-
wearing?
There was issues last night and today. I'm borrowing something that Telday had, so I'm not. You may want to find a reason to maybe late at night show up because you're gonna need to know some stuff, and I really don't want to.
I was supposed to be meeting Gifton and Wyndon today, but I suppose we may as well do it. Where am I taking you?
Hey, Ricky, why don't we go out to there's a tree outside town. We can go there, and then I can port us up to Wyndon, and I'll take it. We'll get that.
Why are we going to Wyndon?
No, we're not hearing this.
You can't hear her.
We're not hearing that. We're not there.
No.
Where am I taking you all?
We're in
Wintercroft.
Wintercroft.
Hey,
Wintercroft.
Rick Beal,
Okay.
Rick Beal, tell him we're gonna meet out just outside the tavern in Wintercroft. We'll get him there. And I'm gonna just go get on Dingus, get Ricky up on the saddle with me, and I'll just hold him close, so he's gonna be in an awkward position. And then I'm gonna go downstairs and be like, "Tell you sleeping in. We're gonna go out for a couple minutes. Tell her we'll be back," and then just shoot outside.
Okay, you shoot on outside. Meanwhile, you are all transported to the edge of Wintercroft. That same sickening lurch,
Have fun
as
with
usual.
that.
And as you appear, you can actually see Dingus flapping out of the tavern.
That is still really hard to get used to.
I prefer my method with the scratching.
I do take tips. I hope you think kindly of my taxi service. Do recommend me to any other friends that you have.
Why are
doesn't involve someone trying to?
Yay! All my favorite people in one place. Love you, brother.
Why are
Okay,
you not
hi.
wearing your uniform?
I was
Why did
taking.
you
He
ask
had a
for
very
Zell to
important meeting,
come?
and we're interrupting him. All right, I'm gonna open up a
Were
portal
you on a
to
date?
Wyndon really quick.
No.
We're gonna get Cassie and
Oh, we're going back to
and-
Wyndon now.
yeah. Let's, I will open the way
Gifton.
for you, dear sir. I understand. I
Gifton.
put you out.
Gifting, can I at least go get real clothes
Oh,
on,
see, Ricky is
please?
kicking
No, you
again.
look
See that, Ricky?
fine.
The babies are kicking. And
Hello,
Ricky
master.
can feel it.
Look at
Oh,
Corvus.
that's no. Please
Where
get
the-
out of him, Rick Real, please.
Apologies, Gifton. I failed on your single directive.
No, you did great because I was watching with the scrying magic, which I need to stop now because this is really echoing bad. Because I'm watching us watching this. Ow! I'm turning that off and I'm gonna let the whole thing fade, the wings and everything go away, and I'll go. Or actually,
Why do you
the
have
wings
a
shit.
horn?
Cassie,
Light touch.
yeah, don't judge. Just don't judge, okay?
Gifton, please let me go. Hold up
I'm-
long enough for me to get real
I'm
clothes
opening
on.
up the archway. I told Talia, tell them Talia we're gonna be away for a minute.
But-
I'm
My
giving
head.
horn.
You hear
No.
Cassie?
I want to get real clothes. They look horrible like
You're
this.
perfectly fine, character.
Alright,
All
so
right,
you
doors
open the
open.
archway.
Gifton's
Right.
motioned everybody through.
Yeah, stumbles
could
through.
I don't have my money.
Protect her in case. I do not think I am needed.
I don't know if
I think
am.
we're gonna have a quick conversation and then we're
Oh.
coming back. I'd rather have everybody together for a quick conversation, and this way Talia won't accidentally overhear some weird shit. By the way, the clock is
Oh,
ticking, and I'm writing
Yeah,
Dingus
I'm
through.
walking, actively walking through.
Yeah. Alright, so those that choose to go through. Anyone not
I'm
choosing
gonna
to go
motion
through?
Ricky and Raz to come
Yeah,
through
there you
because
go,
Ricky wanted to
through.
see the portal.
So via we
Just
It's-
grab him and kind of push him towards the tree.
no, he's already doing that. He was walking
All
through.
right, we're
and
just going to
asking
Wyndon
if
because I sent RG and Cassie here last night because they had a couple errands to run, and they need to be in on whatever all you just saw, and it's just easier to tell
better-
everybody at once. Just have it one conversation, get it over with, move on. Is the thing still inside?
Good
Carrick?
morning, folks. You see
Hi.
the in priest
Hi!
just sort of kneeling down nearby over a bed of flowers, trowel in hand.
Ooh, true. Sorry, was using the tree. Might need to use it again in a couple minutes.
He's the wolf guy, isn't he?
He's the wolf guy, which
I mean, can't you do it from any big tree?
yeah, but those are the ones she seems to remember the best.
No, I mean,
the
like,
trees are the ones I know.
going back. I mean, this is a character like kid.
It's any tree I remember. I can get us between the trees. Okay, so I just have to know the
please,
tree, and I figured
such holy forms of travel. Feel free.
Oh, is it okay? You're not minding?
No, of course.
Okay.
Just a little surprised.
Okay, well, sorry. It's just it's such a pretty tree. It sticks in my head.
Blessings upon you, my child.
Blessings upon you. Right,
With the original tone, Jeremy, when he thought he was being sarcastic.
Yep. All right, and then I'm taking out the. Fuck! None of you fuckers brought the radios. All right, I'm taking out my sending stone to RG. RG, emergencies happened. We're all in Winden really quick. We need to meet up and go.
What?
Quick talk.
So the message just says, "The fuck?" Okay.
What? It's true. Emergencies happen.
All the other stuff that's happened, is it past 1 o'clock when me and Cass were going to meet up at this point?
Probably.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
That's a great DM answer. Yeah, why not?
She will show up, and with, I'm assuming, Cass and Tara holding the
By the way, Cass,
they were supposed to get.
the wizard relayed your message, and you got a message back of basically, oh, thank God, I'm here with a few of the crew. Don't know where we are, and basically it cut off. And the wizard basically just said, we'll keep up sending. May I contact you by such methods?
You may, and I will pass on to the person who gave me your name that you have done beyond an excellent job.
Oh, of course, I am magnificent and magnanimous, of course.
Oh no, you've agreed to his newsletter.
As are you, lady, he says, looking at the diamonds you've given him.
What was that, Alan?
He said, as are you, lady, as he looked at the diamonds you've given him.
Well, I thank you for your time and your service. I do appreciate it, and now I have to start figuring out how to get them home.
Tricky.
Yes, it will be, but it will be better once it's all done. But thank you again. I do appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
And you.
And Cass is going to trot out and leave, and then head up to Millie's.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna go to Millie's. You did receive. Actually, RG received it, so RG would have to find you. Yeah.
But I was saying Millie's is where we were going to meet.
Okay, so you both.
You went up there.
And then
You meet up at Millie's.
I was worried there's gonna be double, and I'm pretty sure I'd probably be fine with that.
Hey, Cass, RG, give me a quick dex roll.
Dex roll.
You bump into each other.
Actually, initiative check.
Yeah.
Oh, I was more worried that there should be a million charges.
Cass,
someone.
you get there before RG. You can buy some stuff if you want.
Oh yeah, Cass is just plowing in stuff.
All right, you pick up an order, including I hope the stuff that Carrick asked for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you and RG are able to meet up, and I assume make your
I
way.
figured my brother would at least be excited about the fact that I can travel now too. No, he's cranky.
She's gonna be chomping one of the extra pastries, and just first words gonna be, "Why's character dressed like a clown?"
Bad stuff happened.
Yeah, Carrick was kind of like possessed by a thing from the alternate world light thing. And
Is the Ellen priest still here?
I assume you guys can move off a bit before we start talking.
Let's.
I'm figuring we're not staying on holy ground with the other two angels with us.
Raz, can we go someplace that won't be wandering ears might head by?
Yes, we may as well go to my home.
Have we been to his home yet?
No.
Never been to his home.
Into his home.
Okay.
I'm just folding my arms. Oh, now we get to go to your house.
I'm sorry. Should we not?
Please, I'm pretty sure by the time we get back, I'm going to be in trouble. So, in two cases,
He leads you back into the city, and he actually comes up there. Yep. And as you along, you approach the market square, going past it, through it, and then up towards the western gates. And you actually approach them pretty closely. And he lives right here.
We're on the country map.
Oh, whoopsie.
He lives right here in Posenheim. Oh.
Right.
That was a
You guys
long
are
trip.
in Winden now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. He lives right over here.
Why is there a building called Santa?
So he lives over here.
I was curious
That
about
house?
that.
Nope, the little one.
That's for the
The little
toy
one right there?
maker who
Nope,
is
the
like
little one in the
Santa
center of the
Claus.
circle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
the
that's a
real
cute
tiny
little
one.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Very,
it
very
have,
large angel.
what does it look like?
It is a rather squat little building. It's single floor. It looks like. Longer than it is tall, definitely.
Ranch house?
I don't know what that means.
God, you don't want to know what a ranch house is. They are the most miserable houses.
They are pretty miserable.
It's a very simple little building. Seems to be mostly made of wood. It's sort of white painted with sort of brown beaming going across its front, and quaint little blue door that he opens up. There are, in fact, some flowers on the windowsill outside. And as he opens it up, it just seems to be made up of a couple of little separate rooms. Very dimly lit little corridor, just the sunlight coming in. You can see hanging up on a coat hook is his uniform jacket, and another plainer coat, it looks like.
Does it look to be his coat
It does
or
look
someone
like
else?
it does look to be his. And he actually just takes his shoes off as he steps on in and motions you all to follow him in.
I will take my shoes off too.
Gifton will,
Dingle,
sitting on
dingle.
Dingus, realize she's not taking her shoes off. She's pregnant. Screw this.
I don't know if anything but fuck
Don't
that.
forget to get Dingus to take his shoes off.
Yeah, I'm looking at me and Dingus are looking down at the lack of shoes. And it's just,
And he leads
really
you in.
nice house.
It's a place to rest. And he leads you through into a sitting room, which is very, very plainly decorated. There's a grandfather clock just ticking away against one of the walls. A fireplace that's not currently lit. A couple of very simple chairs. One for a single person, one for a couple. Doesn't look like it gets used much.
It's nice. It's nicer than where I grew up.
Well, I thank you, I suppose. Please sit down.
Is Rick? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't have any food in.
That's fine. I'll just look over at Cassie. You might want to share.
Leave the
Stuffing
hazelnut
face.
ones. I need them to make sure I'm not in trouble.
I'm pregnant. Feed me.
Feed me, Cassmore. Feed me.
Is Rick Beal-
Rick Bill turned invisible as he was going through the portal, but he materializes once you are in here.
Rick Beal, Bob, if what you saw is still inside me.
You have the ring off?
Yes, I haven't put the ring back on.
Rick Bill seems to be staring at you for a moment before he seems to turn towards Raziel. And Gifton, you can hear that sort of high pitch now. As
loud.
he's not speaking physically in the way that would hurt everyone. He seems to be communicating on a different band.
Oh no, the radios. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Can't quite figure out what you
Corvus
said
will
there.
also look at Carrick.
And Raziel just
Oh
goes,
yeah, you could see
he
too.
says
Yeah.
that no, and I don't see anything. And yeah, Corvus, you don't see anything.
Okay, I'm gonna slip the ring back on. So we've had a friend
comes
watching
back.
us.
A friend.
The dreamer's been inside me, I guess, most of this time.
That's disconcerting.
Most-
He's been
Um,
I
hosting.
want to be a little quick on explaining that part because leaving that statement to hang's a little disconcerting.
Rick Gill
So-
was telling us about how there was this weird entity inside you that was moving slightly with you, and then Corvus started freaking out and then sliced the air because he said that the thing was beckoning the slice motion and then beckoned for Carrick to go with him, and then you all went into the empty.
So when I heard the dragon talking,
And you
It
said
was-
you got possessed last night by something that made you pull a knife and write that weird
Carve-
draconic word on the thing and leave the grass dragon on the table.
Flashback to Wintercroft, where your mother is bringing some food up for Talia, sitting at the table and
so
fuming.
much effing trouble. I am in so
Back
much
to
effing trouble.
Winden.
So
It doesn't work.
Can't mend that. Not a single break. No, but I have a cast that I can go. What? No, Ben literally fixes an item with one break in it.
You have a cast. Toss
I was just saying, cast, please. Is it going to be what it's going to be? What we thought was the glass dragon and what Gifton saw was not what was talking to me. It was the dreamer trying to get me to go back in. So give us a warning. What you saw, Gifton, was a first dragon.
Oh, so the thing inside the glass dragon wasn't something from wasn't from the dreamer?
So they, I guess is the best way to
It was a big white six-eyed dragon that made this big, like, radiant-looking fire that was trying to breathe at me, Raz.
he saw.
Hmm.
I thought we showed.
Yeah, we did the
Yeah.
to Ricky, but I'm just reiterating. Go ahead, continue.
So what that glass dragon is an oculus. It is both how the dreamer had it made by that gnome to be able to communicate with me, and I guess one of the firsts also noticed it when we were looking at it and is coming. But I
Now,
have learned
when you say coming, because didn't Telia say that the first dragons were very, 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 very bad?
so. Grandma also said that.
And you're saying the dreamer was trying to warn us? Does that mean that it's coming with very, very bad intent?
The first dragons are trying to bring our world to theirs. And the gods, it sounds like, at least Morgani.
Does this mean the dreamer is actively helping?
Yes, at least us. He said he made something to help us when it arrives, and it will be, sounds like in Beacon, but I don't know when. Time doesn't work for it because he's understanding now a little bit.
Raz,
Yes.
this is all new to you. None of this has any memories to what has happened in other attempts.
I only remember the previous attempt.
So, were the first dragons made this go around, or were they made last go around? Or were they always?
They predate my memory.
They're from
One of
an
Morgani's
area.
little secret fun leaks that she always seems to do to have their mythology back into the world. She's proud of them.
They're also because they're beyond even where the gods are. What we see as the stars is beyond anything we can touch, even beyond the empty.
But she is a god.
So that thing I said though is right. Then we shouldn't break the glass dragon because you said that that's what the dreamer's using to try and warn you.
I don't know how much it can still, because its time knowledge of understanding of time makes it not easy for me to understand. But we can use it to keep an eye on the dragon.
Okay.
But the dragon can also use it in turn. It's all gifted.
It seemed to respond when I said hi to it. Kind
Yes,
of.
probably
Not in a
bringing
good
extra
way.
attention like that. From what the dreamer said, if it would have actually hit what you were seeing, it would have destroyed the glass.
Oh, that wouldn't be good.
But it wouldn't have hurt us.
Okay.
But that does mean all the communications that's been happening. The issue is the dreamer isn't sure if it gets to the point if it can reach through it also.
Well, I mean, Morgani made them, so can't she just...
She thinks it's in her head. Her dealing with them is causing the priests, and I'm going to guess in the case of that dragon, to have what's happening. It's spreading.
So they're driving her insane?
Kind of, it seems.
You might want to warn your dad.
Yes, I think I might.
Raz.
Uh-oh.
Have you, just as a curiosity, and don't need to tell me information and stuff, just because it's come in a couple things, including the gift from Tom, which is just probably happenstance, but my grandmother mentioned it in a couple questions. Urson Teal.
Urson Teal. The ruler, isn't it?
Did you... the person the month is named after. Did you ever have any direct contact with Urson Teal, the dragon?
No, never myself. I lived in her empire for a little while. Had some business there, but that's quite some time ago.
I don't know if was.
Have you ever had any direct contact with Carrick's grandma?
No, never had the pleasure.
I need to. Is there a record of known dragons? I know the Capes had some information like that.
Some, a lot of it was burned in Mad King's rule, but it wasn't even kept well back then. And the dragons themselves didn't see fit to keep it, and, well...
I may be asking for a secondary reason. Talia was trying to get a hold of her mother, and I was seeing if there was any knowledge of where she is, because my grandmother is not.
If you can describe her to me pretty well, I can try scrying for her. I figured out how to do that earlier.
I will leave that to Talia to do, because I'm pretty sure she can describe far better than I will. Mm-hmm. But
back on the subject of the dreamer, though, you said that is it gonna try and contact you again? Is it expecting you to check in regularly? Is it gonna make you pull a knife suddenly in the middle of the night? Because this is some pretty creepy crap.
Like I said, because of how time seems to work, I don't know if it can anymore. I don't know if it can possess me. It had to let me go even from talking, because it gave me the warning that it needed to eat.
The first intrusion. You said it was writing first intrusion, right? Maybe that was terror. Like it was trying to get you to have terror into the empty.
Yes,
right?
It was hinting that I need to visit.
So it was the empty bouncing around your little grass dragon.
No. It's
the dreamer.
I mean, it seems he is the empty.
This is convoluted.
It is.
So this is me saying that.
Convoluted.
Oh, yes, I know I'm doing bad. I am bad at explanations too.
I'm okay. So the dreamer made contact with you a long time ago, and has hitched a ride to now.
Yeah, and that thing that you got
made a glass dragon.
Made the last dragon so you could use it as an oculus to warn you about the dragon that is coming to do bad things. And then it used that glass dragon to communicate with you to get Corvus to take you into the empty so it could talk to you properly, right?
Yes.
Okay,
it has left something in Beacon that may not be there when we arrive.
Yes.
And it will help us with
the dragon.
When it arrives. And he did say that
You
Well,
know,
we-
this
we know that,
kind of crazy thing is the kind of thing I would expect like an angel to give like some people on behest of a god of here's this really crazy like story quest thing. Is he just copying what he's been seeing?
Wait,
He does also
Is
know.
this one of your playbooks, Razio?
no, this is confusing even for me.
It's part
Well, I
of
mean, it makes
the
sense that he doesn't know what he's doing, right? So,
Part of
or
the
it doesn't know what
issue.
it's doing because it doesn't understand time. You said.
it does. It's starting to, but it still doesn't. It kept saying for the gnome that he will have him make
yeah.
it, and
Okay.
it's obviously already happened for us because it's
But
back.
he is
Calgary.
outside of time, so he can go
Then
wherever.
whenever
He
he
doesn't know
does
where
something,
he's at.
doesn't, which could run into the issue that
You could be talking to him in a past or our future or his future and
And-
our past.
the item could already be there. It could, we don't know, but it did seem that even does Gifton have the boat with her, like physically?
oh, Bo.
Oh,
Boat.
Yeah,
I heard boat.
I don't know if it's all things, but he mentioned it could be burned, that they can be burned, they can be cut like we do. It seems like when they're here, they're mortal, at least
Well.
in some way.
I will point out
No.
that I can be cut and I can be burned. It's still not an easy feat.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I brought up of do we need anything special, stuff like what we carry that are special, and it seems like looking at Gifton's bow that maybe some of what
Well, those
we have-
dragons were sent away because they were really dangerous and really destructive, and it.
because they
I think
could
what you told me that the other gods made her do it.
Yes.
yes.
So I'm pretty sure if the other gods know those are coming, they're not going to be happy about it.
No, I'm guessing not.
I
But
need to talk to
Yeah,
Father.
you need to talk to your dad. Are you?
well,
Tell him I say hi.
Are you now on speaking terms with your brethren, or are you still
No.
kind of out of the loop?
Yes.
Yeah. Is there like a subtle way I can pray to Maris about this?
Prayer.
I mean, is anybody else going to hear it? Because I know when I pray to other people, everybody else seems to hear it.
I would hope they won't pay attention, but I need to see him.
Your father knows that you're doing this, though, right?
He does.
But I think
Then-
he's being very hands off because he doesn't
He
necessarily
doesn't want
to be
others
affiliated.
to know.
But,
But if
that
he
entire
knows that-
plan's going out the window anyway. Listen,
I'm just thinking that if he knows that this is or
Well, I mean, it's
has
just
an
a different
idea,
plan.
Gifton may be somebody on his radar.
as far as I'm
Already.
aware, he should be keeping watch, but I have not
Alright.
heard from
Not
him in a
directly.
long time.
Hands together.
No,
Could-
I need to
No.
make sure.
You need to
Could-
make sure.
could-
You be really careful though.
could my
will.
ring prevent others from hearing my prayers?
Possible. I'm not entirely sure on the enchantment of your ring. Right. I will take what you've told me.
All right. Well,
Do you
it's
want
nice
me to
seeing
write
you.
it down?
Seal, before you go,
Yes.
Before we go, this is his house.
I'm thinking he might take off before we leave because
Oh, I'm pretty sure he wants us out the door.
I just want to ask you a quick question, just to find out where something might be.
Hmm.
Have you ever seen a tree that is slightly bent? The bark looks like scales and has giant leaves.
A palm tree?
Do you know where those are?
Yes, quite a few places.
Damn it.
Is this a
Why is
new
it, Cass?
woodworking project?
They're steel shod survivors.
Oh.
And they're by trees?
Yes.
Just explain the tree to her. She can help.
No, yeah, I gotta see it. I have to see it or I have to touch it. If I see it or I touch it, I can do it.
Well,
But
How?
I could scry. I can scry.
Then you see it.
Yeah, I can scry. What's your brother look like?
we had a little bit of problem with that because I haven't seen him in 12 years.
All right, well, we will get back to this because we are taking up this dear sweet brother of mine's time, and he has some very deep stuff to process. But we are going to scry for your brother, and then we are going to go out to some godforsaken palm plate. What is it, like a big hand? Is it like a hand?
No, but apparently
He said it was a palm tree.
in it.
Hives?
Yeah.
Oh, is it bees?
No.
Do they have honey?
Coconuts.
What's a coconut?
Oh, is that where chocolate comes from?
No.
Does it have to do with swallows? I heard this one thing about swallows.
No, it's nothing to. Right. Okay. You
Right,
all
right,
have
but
fun with this.
Yeah, all right, we'll have fun with that. But
Listen.
all right. So,
This,
There is.
I may not be back for some time.
what?
I'm going up there, and I don't know if they will let me go.
It may cause a ruckus.
It will probably cause a ruckus.
Oh, no, there's got to be a different way we can do this. We can try a different way to get hold of them.
I'm sure I will be safe. I doubt they will harm me.
Will your words though carry the necessary weight?
With father? Yes, I'm sure, but everything's an act.
But what about? I mean, you have a day job in Stenhouse.
Yes, I will have to arrange some form of leave, I think. Sick family.
Okay, well, come back, okay?
Of course. And Rickbill will be with you. You
Is
look
there
after them,
anything we
Rickbill.
can do to assist?
Pray for me, I suppose.
I'll pray for you every day, like I always do,
Thank you, little sister.
and I'll probably yell at your dad.
If you're going to go talk to him, this may be also of some use with the previous adventure you have been on. I believe because of what he's been watching, and it may just be because he wants me to continue to help, that he may not just be, he is not just protecting me. After we were talking for a while, he said that he had to let me have my leave or he would not eat my friends.
Charming.
Unfortunately, I seem to have not quite gotten out of there on time, judging by what happened to Corvus.
Oh, I mean, at least it was warning to try and protect them
Yes.
from
so,
itself. I guess it's kind of like Kaya's like little lair down there was kind of it does
On
stuff.
autopilot.
As much as this
Yeah.
force of nature as an entity.
Yeah, and you know, I'm probably kind of like when Raz was out of his form, he like lit the city on fire.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
when did this happen?
It was in the timeline we skipped.
Everybody died.
Right.
Yeah, everything went bad.
I'm going to go talk to the High General, arrange some
All
leave.
right.
Your adventure initiative. I'm all on board. Go for it. I think it's
I
better.
don't have any of the places.
I will arrange for him to give you some contacts.
All right. Yeah, because we might as well work on that, right?
Indeed, especially if there is a
Put Dorian
terrifying
in
star
charge.
dragon coming.
contact
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be bad with a
hopefully-
big scary star dragon coming.
That's
some
what they're called.
directions.
I will try and move affairs in as good a direction to help you as I can.
That as long as it's good to send them out, but if we don't know what they're looking for,
Oh.
so
Well,
You- hurry back, because you need to meet your nieces and nephews.
yes. Lock up for me, would you?
You got a key?
Yeah, and he actually just reaches into his pocket and tosses a key towards Carrick.
Yep, I want to do this because we're see if I can.
Really? We're still viewing Carrick as the responsible one. Okay.
I guess. I mean,
Is that dex save to catch a key?
Acrobatics.
I mean, if you look at the options, he can either assault the pregnant woman. He can,
With a thing that's as big as her.
Okay, I pick it up off the ground.
Yeah. He smiles a little bit before he gives you a little wave and heads out the door, picking up his jacket as he goes.
I will pray for you as long as I'm still alive.
You better.
I'm more worried about the ladder.
Just watch after them, little sister.
My mother's gonna be so angry when she sees that.
kind of busy being pregnant.
Oh.
You can cry on us.
There's a sound of the door closing, and that is where we're going to end this week.
Now we're ending this time.
Yeah.
That's a good ending.
That was a really good ending.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
That was a good
no,
session.
my Razzie.
Oh no, Razzia's going to be off the table for a bit.
Oh.
Oh
Or
no.
a big angry star dragon to keep her minds occupied with.
All right.
Maybe just like a year, coincidentally.
Everyone take 4,000 XP,
Good grief.
and we will do this same time next week.
We technically